3 seconds. And we're live. What's up, everybody?
All right.
I'm here with Andrew Morgan. He's Drew Morgan on YouTube. We're waiting for DurianRider. DurianRider said he's coming. He said he wants to debate, and we're not so sure if he's going to show up. But how's everybody doing out there? We got like how many people watching right now? Oh shoot! Hold on. Wait. Is that yours? Is that your computer?
That's
yours.
yours. You got like a double take going on.
Oh. All right. Now it's gone.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
My other computer had the thing pulled up. Drew, what's going on, man? Why are we doing this? Why are you debating DurianRider?
I was challenged to debate by DurianRider. I don't know exactly know what he wants to debate, but I called him out. I had some harsh words to say to him in one of my previous videos. One of my videos released last weekend. He responded to my video a couple days ago, left about 3-4 comments, deleted all those comments. I responded to those comments in the comment section. So, you know, I don't know what we're going to talk about today. I don't know if it's going to be friendly. I don't know if it's going to be aggressive. I think everybody knows how DurianRider rolls. But he's called me out for this. I accepted. This all went down within the last 24 hours. So, hey, you know, let's talk. Let's do what we do.
There we go. There we go. So you showed me the screenshot of the DMs you had with him, and he couldn't do it earlier.
They said
today.
there's an echo for some reason.
What's the echo coming from? Oh no, they say that's because there's a delay. The echo's not here now. Right.
I am hearing myself and your speakers a little bit, and I don't know how that's possible.
No.
Hello, hello, hello.
Oh, wait up. Okay, yeah, there is an echo. Damn.
Okay, there we go.
Boomer tech. All right, hold on. I gotta switch off the volume. Gotta come into my sound settings here. Thanks, audience. We had an echo.
Great work, chat. I still hear it. What's going on?
It's going away. Hold on.
Okay.
Speakers.
Jim Rogers. DurianRider has a hot girlfriend named Natasha. Going to get owned. Drew Moore's going to get owned. Okay, let's see what happens, guys.
Okay, I just have to turn off.
There's not a whole lot that can be said to me that would own me, to be honest with you.
Is that better?
Can I hear myself? No noise. We're good.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes. We're super clean now.
All right, we're having tech difficulties here. I got to come into
DurianRider's trying to log into Skype now.
Skype settings.
Daddy's arriving, he says.
Audio settings. Speakers. Okay, sorry guys. There we go. Drew, can you hear me?
Yo, yes I can.
All right, thank you. I thought something sounded weird. I had these headphones in, but the sound was coming out of the shitty monitor speakers, and then it was going through the mic, so we were getting cross-wired there. I was just blowing it with my my tech skills. But hey, look at the quality. Look at the video quality. Look at the stream quality. We got no delays now. I think we're all good, guys. So I was laughing at the image you sent me from DurianRider when he said he couldn't debate you earlier in the day because he had to do a race this morning. Because you know DurianRider, he's just constantly racing, updating his Strava. I mean, he's just got the most amazing Strava. I mean, he'll tell you all about it. I'm sure he'll tell us about it.
Let's not bash him too hard right now, although what you say is accurate, and I did bust him on that actually. Maybe we can talk about that in this debate. DurianRider says, "Is there a backup tip to connect to Skype? Is your password working? What's the deal? Why wouldn't it connect?" I was actually having issues on my Windows computer. It wouldn't let me video call Tristan for more than about a minute, but that was once I already got in. So that was the issue we were having, and that's why we were delayed. So it worked out though, because you were late, I was late. It's all good.
All right, come on, DurianRider. Let's let me see. Let me try to add him to this call through this method. DurianRider.
Tristan, you've been donated and challenged to a MMA fight to the death in Ecuador.
Cool. NC Rid challenged me to an MMA fight to the death. Let's yeah, that sounds good. I'm ready. All right, DurianRider. Let's add him to the call.
Google Hangout. For this
we can't do Google Hangout, Durian. We got to do Skype. Skype needs more carbs.
DurianRider's he's not fucking ripped enough.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's all them gains he's been making. The camera just can't handle all them gains. Skype's undercarb, says somebody. Um, yeah, man. Just sign in on a different device, maybe. We can't do Google Hangouts. We're all set up on Skype. We're doing this through the OBS. Yeah, Gung Fu said, I told you guys we'd have technical problems. So technical problems.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't me.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it was me at first. I had my echo. So, anyways, so DurianRider and you guys have a kind of a history, right? You guys been going back and forth for a little bit.
Not so much publicly. I mean, I guess I could say my history with DurianRider from the very beginning, just to give everybody an idea. I mean, I went vegan basically because of DurianRider. He inspired me originally to do the whole damn thing. I liked his message at the time of his brash, personality online, calling out all the steroid people, a lot of steroid people that I followed before I ever went vegan. I thought that was like the coolest thing. So basically, DurianRider, through his message, convinced me, carbs cannot make you fat. Carbs will give you the best performance ever. You could become a professional cyclist in a matter of days. All the promises in the world. This was right when they created the Raw Till 4 diet. And it made sense to me at the time. And I said, even half of what this fucking Australian psychopath says is true, then it's worth trying. And although there was many difficulties right off the bat, I stuck with it for almost 2 years. And I just eventually I eventually acquired injuries. I couldn't keep cycling. I slowly realized that the injuries were piling up, and also the fat was piling up because I was no longer cycling, right? So I was actually gaining some fat, which of course DurianRider says is impossible. And I've met personally people that DurianRider has coached or has cycled with in the past, and 100% they gain fat. A lot of them women, and like we're talking a lot of fat, like girls gaining several pounds a month, and made to feel like it's their fault. It's made to feel like,
or something, right?
well, they're kind of made to feel like they didn't eat enough. Like you eat more to lose more. That doesn't make any sense. But I would like to. They're undercapped. Didn't work out hard enough. You have to cycle 200 miles a week, not just 100 miles a week. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here doing zero cardio. I work out a maximum of 5 hours a week, and I'm getting fucking shredded.
Yeah.
On meat, not on the carbs, guys.
Isn't that funny? Well, you mentioned like kind of effortless muscle gain as well, right? And it seems like, well, DurianRider is always displaying his gains. I mean, hopefully we can get a gun show tonight, because there's nothing that's better than seeing DurianRider flexing it up on camera, talking about how he never works out, yet on almost every video he shows himself doing biceps curls. Yeah, I can't wait to see the gun show when Durian shows up, if he decides to show up. He's not able to sign into Skype. He could just make a new Skype account and sign in. Doesn't matter what account it is. You tell us what your account is via the DM on Instagram to Drew, and you can jump in on any account. You can sign in on your girlfriend, who you make those softcore porn videos for YouTube with, and you can sign in on her account. You can sign in on anybody's account, and you can join in, man. So yeah, I want to see them 30 bananas a day, them guns. So yeah, what kind of diet you following now? NC Rid, who wants to fight us or fight me to the death on MMA Fight, wants to know about your diet now. What are you eating these days?
I just got I posted the carnivore cookbook, by the way, guys. Make sure you guys get your copy. What? This is amazing. I'm not paid or sponsored or nothing like that. But
he is blackmailed, but we don't have.
Yeah, blackmailed. However, I got a text, a DM just now from a vegan that I knew in Hawaii who said, "How in the world did this happen? Hope you're well." Like, they're worried about me. You know what I'm saying? If only they saw me. If only they saw me today compared to.
Oh, it's because you're talking to me.
I'm
like the vegan antichrist to some of these people.
How did this happen? Somebody even told me, they said, if you go on Primal Edge's show, like, I will basically disown you. Wow. And I was like, hey, tough shit. I already went on there, bitch.
That's pretty funny. I mean, they'll disown you. What do you mean disown? Is this like an internet acquaintance?
Some of these people are real life people. I mean, like I said, I've told my vegan story when I went and I started cooking meat in the house. I had 2 roommates move
Yeah.
out like that week. Not that week. They left the house that week because they couldn't handle
Yeah.
it. And then about 3 weeks later, they packed their bags and they officially moved out, which is interesting because they moved into somebody else's house who also eats meat. That doesn't make any sense, but they were upset with me.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Well, vegans are fickle little snowflakers,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, it's funny, like, some of them even name themselves after little fruits.
Correct.
I mean, we've got a guy that identifies himself as a bitter little fruit posting about both you and I today. We got hashtag Ask Goji Man saying that we contacted his school or something, trying to make so many fallacious allegations against us, telling his audience to go mass flag our channels, saying go get them, boys. So yeah, interesting times in the vegan community. It really seems to be falling apart, doesn't it?
It absolutely is definitely falling apart. But I do want to make a statement regarding that, and I think both you and I will agree on this. We are for freedom of speech. We are for people sharing their ideas. We are for people getting their information on the internet. No matter how much we all disagree with each other, you should be able to speak your message. Let the public. Why are you so angry, Aaron? Who is this? Is this a man or a woman?
Somebody you know.
I'm done. No, I don't know that. Anyways, where was I? Anyways, the freedom of speech. So yeah, we do not condone that behavior. If you guys are listening to us, do not do that
Yeah,
shit.
don't
Do
flag
not
anyone's
dox these
channel.
people.
Don't dox people. Don't flag
we
their
don't want
channels.
that.
Don't go bugging people in real life. That's not the game. Yeah, that's their game, right?
not the game.
That's their game. These are the people who Goji Man was threatening to sue me. Never said why, but said he was going to sue Primal Edge Health and try to lump me in with Sverige, and said he was going to sue us both. Never said why. Never said what we did. Never said what I did, rather. And yeah, so it's a pretty funny game. But I hope that bitter little fruit figures his stuff out, and maybe one day he'll change his name to Ribeye Man. We'll see what's up. He can name himself after my dog. Yeah, no, but really though, Goji Man, you can come on my stream still, dude. You can come on anytime. There you go. He just created a new account and it logged him out instantly. Okay, he can't. So Skype is just there's a conspiracy against DurianRider by Skype. Come on.
Skype is wacky. I was having issues too. I don't know. Maybe you can log in on your phone. Maybe the phone will be more stable.
Use the phone
Try a
device.
different computer. I literally went to my MacBook instead of my regular PC in order to make this happen. So I plugged everything in.
People are saying that's a fake account, but it has a check mark next to it, so it's verified.
Yeah, that's a
his
real account, guys.
If they have a check mark next to it, that's a verified account. So that is DurianRider. He says he's trying to come in. It's always hard to tell with people. There are people who do lie. There are people who do. NC Rids says, "I'm Goji Man's lawyer, just here gathering intel." Damn it, Goji Man's lawyer challenged.
I like how they pay you.
NC Rid, I think he's been around for a while. He's a funny guy. We love all our funny people in the chat. We get some trolls. We get some good trolls and some bad trolls.
Dude, what's the best vegan troll username you've seen so far?
James Ass P.
James Aspie is pretty good. Yeah, James Aspie is a favorite. I hope he's up in the chat, please.
I like Gassy Gregor too. Gassy Gregor's a classic.
Dr. Michael Fartface, pretty good. These people are so active. Like, where do they come from?
Goji Man Sunburn. That's a funny one. Oh man, I'll have all these vegans on. And someone say, all right. So look, anyways, Simon, Goji Man, you're more than welcome to come on the channel. Come and talk, man. Yeah, definitely. Anybody who's out there trying to flag people's channels, you guys are blowing it, right? Like we've already got this snitch culture, this stupid, Silicon Valley. I don't even know what you want to call it. This soft censorship culture that's going on here, where I know there's certain topics rather that I can't even talk about, or I'll get demonetized, maybe even deplatformed. There are certain events you can't talk about. There's certain things you can't question. There are certain things you're not allowed to say without getting deplatformed. And there's other people out there trying to make this an even worse situation with the mass flagging of channels. So all this silliness is it's got to stop. So don't flag people's channels. Everybody, Goji Man, he's got a right to have his channel. He's got a right to give people advice, and we have a right to critique it because we think he gives shit advice.
Correct,
just like DurianRider. I don't agree with his advice, but I don't think he should be removed from YouTube, right? I mean, he's hilarious. He gives me all sorts of lulls. So yeah, man. I guess we're still waiting on Durian. He said he signed in on another device and it signed him out instantly. I don't know what's going on with Skype. Um, Drew was having an issue with Skype, but he just used a different device and it worked. My Skype was working too.
Luckily, I had another computer backup immediately.
I mean, maybe, yeah. So, what else, man? What else is new? What else is going on? People were asking about your diet. We talked about that a little bit. You showed the book. Thanks for repping the book, man. I liked you put a post up on Instagram. We appreciate that, and glad you like it. But you've been eating kind of mostly animal foods, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, a perfect day of eating for me would be like a pound of ribeye for lunch with milk, like 2 cups of milk, and then for dinner would be like a pound of salmon with 2 cups of milk. Like that's right there. That's a bulk diet. That's following intermittent fasting. I'm gonna gain hella muscle mass with that. I'm gonna stay lean with that, and I'm gonna feel really good with that. I'm gonna have perfect digestion. Obviously, I don't eat that every single day, but that's like the goal basically. And then the days that I don't eat that, we're talking like, okay, let's say I don't have time to make dinner or whatever. I'll go actually get like a burger somewhere. I don't eat the fries, typically speaking. I'll eat a burger with the buns or whatnot. But when I really recommend, like, let's go with the results. Like, what's making you feel good? What does your stomach agree with? Like, trust your gut for real. Yeah, only 2 pounds. I mean, four cups of milk, if you add that up, that's like another 600-700 calories or something like that. It's like another 30 or 40 grams of protein. Yeah. So raw
Kyle
milk would be best.
Why the milk? Why the milk? I mean,
why the milk? Why not the milk? I mean,
right.
Why not the milk? The milk tastes amazing. It's got a little bit of trace sugar in it, which I find helps a little bit with athletic performance, to have a little bit of sugar in there. So I mean, with the milk, I'm consuming probably like 30 to 40 grams of carbohydrate a day. That's not that much.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I like milk too. I put up a post on Instagram the other day of raw milk. I think it was yesterday. So I get 10 liters of milk every few days from a local producer here, a friend of ours. It's really good raw milk from grass-fed cows. They just graze up on the mountain, and they turn that pasture into edible, digestible protein, fat, and carbohydrate that's super easily digested. So I'm a big fan of raw milk. If you're on a keto diet, you're not going to be having milk, right? A lot of people trying to lose weight, you probably want to stay away from milk unless you're very, very scrupulous in your maintaining a caloric deficit, right? So you do have to maintain a deficit to lose weight. Keto makes it easy to maintain a deficit, keeping the carbs low, keeping the blood sugar stable. What's cool about milk is
intermittent fasting helps you keep your calories low too. If you need to.
Exactly. So you keep that small window, makes it easy not to eat all throughout the day. I think I'm gonna have some milk in a little bit because I had one meal today and I had it was like a 800-gram bone-in ribeye with a little bit of sheep fat on the side, and had like a liter of milk earlier. So we actually ate about the same thing today, man.
Yeah, somebody asked how much I weigh. I'm at the very end of a cut, guys. I still have a couple more pounds that I want to go. We're talking 145 pounds in the morning after I poop and after I pee. So that's like dry weight, basically.
So do you weigh yourself before?
This is how much I'm gonna go.
Now, do you weigh yourself before you poop and after you poop?
No, but I do. I used to do that sometimes because it's kind of funny.
I've never done
I don't do that every day. I mean, I basically just see how much I weigh after I do all that.
Yeah. Now, what about the digestion as a vegan as opposed to what you're doing now? Do you see any difference in digestion? Gassy Gregor, I think Gassy Gregor would say that beans are life. That's one of the quotes from him. He says free abortions when you buy 10 pounds of lentils. That's pretty cool. Wow. So you guys, Gassy Gregor's in the chat. He is giving free abortions when you buy 10 pounds of lentils. What's a
Just eat lentils and you won't have enough food or room for a baby.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, you guys got to be careful because you do realize that sexual relationships can result in toxic byproducts called babies. And these are things that, guys like DurianRider and people in the vegan movement are completely against. These nasty little side effects of monogamous relationships and loving relationships. You might manifest these gross things called babies and families, and those things will excrete toxic CO2 that destroys the planet. So you got to be really careful, guys. Gassy Gregor will give you a free vasectomy, and he does them with his bare hands. What's the difference in digestion, man?
Digestion is so here's my criteria, and this is the first time I'm going to be sharing this publicly. exclusive for the Primal Edge podcast / debate, is my criteria for perfect digestion is this: when you eat it, you don't feel bogged down, you don't feel like you ate all that much, you do not have any bloating or gas at all, and when you take that shit, it should be one wipe just to verify there's nothing there, and that's it. You can wipe twice or 3 times to verify, but there should be nothing on that toilet paper. That's how you know you have a clean, start to finish digestive system. And I hear all these vegans talk about their good digestion, and then I imagine that they poop out like a 14-inch log, and then they wipe like 40 times, and they waste half a roll of toilet paper, because I know tons of vegans that used to do that. But they didn't have any gas, but their poop is like basically pudding, you know what I mean? Like, that's not how it's supposed to be, guys. Like, imagine being in nature. Like, you would squat, you would shit, and you'd walk away. There would be no toilet paper. There would be none of this stuff. So you can't just be walking around with brown out your ass all day. No animal in nature wipes its butt.
Some of them lick their butt.
I am 5'10". I'm 5'10", Diego. So I'm 145 pounds, 5'10".
Yeah, so Drew's getting the one wipe wonders, and he
The one wipe.
the one wipe wonders. Yeah. So let's see. Let's check out what's going on in the chat. Okay. All right. His Skype works. Here we go, Durian. We're gonna invite you in now. Send you a message. Is it the same Skype account, Durian? Let's get him in here.
Cold or warm raw milk? I don't. Oh, cold. I just drink cold milk. Raw is the best, but I try and go as unprocessed as possible. If I drink ultra pasteurized, it can give me some serious constipation. Not recommended.
Yeah, I'm not into pasteurized milk, but I mean, I guess some people do fine with pasteurized milk. I mean, guys like Stan Efferding, he uses milk in a lot of his athletes. It's a good source of carbohydrate that's not so quickly, it doesn't so quickly jump your blood sugar so high. I'm a big fan of honey as well. We just invited you, DurianRider. Raw honey's a good one. Let's see. I'm trying to add you to the call, Durian. There we go. Add.
I'll let you do it.
Yeah.
Gassy, Greg.
Yeah, some of these people are laughing about. Go ahead. You got a Gassy Gregor joke?
No, we are sleeping with one eye open from Goji Man, guys. Yes, we are sleeping with one eye open. Someone said I'm a rail.
All right. So it looks like DurianRider's about to get in here. It's about to turn into a gun show, folks. About to.
Let's go. I hope he's got the sleeves off.
Oh, dude, I want to see that front double bicep and that side tricep, man. It's just like, boom.
I mean, I don't know if I could talk too much shit right now. I'm not rocking vegan gains size biceps yet. So.
There we go. He's coming. Let's see. DurianRider, hold on. Let me add you. How do I add? What is this? Okay, let me come back here. DurianRider and Andrew. We got 3 of us in the call. All right, now I gotta update the OBS to accept DurianRider's feed too. What's up, dude? He's here. It's your thing is sideways. It's twisted sideways. If you flip your phone over, you'll.
And I'm present. Oh, there we go.
All right, India.
Is that better?
Yeah, let me.
Yes.
We can hear you and we can see you, but the audience can't see you yet.
All right.
Cancel that. Right.
How's that?
One moment.
It worked.
Yeah, we can hear you and see you, but we can't see you on the live stream. Let me make sure we can see you on the live feed so everybody knows.
Vegan gains bicep is bigger than any carnivore he's ever seen.
It's bigger than entire humans.
Sweet.
Just back to speaker. Will that work? No. Okay, hold on here. It's a gun show. It's a gun show. Oh, there he is. DurianRider's up. Hey man, if you turn, I think you're vertical. I don't know. That's fine if you want to stay vertical, but if you turn to the side, because you're like what's it called? You're not landscape. You're it's so weird. It doesn't switch. You might. I guess
We have so many things on the window right now. It's out of control.
How do I get? All right. I'm trying to figure this freaking. All right. Source. Interschool. Local. No. All right. I just got to do active speaker. Sorry, guys. This is my boomer tech skills.
So good.
So my lack of veganism is giving me dementia. I'll just do active speaker, and then that'll work. Okay. So now. We got Drew, we got DurianRider. I'll put you guys up top. I'll put myself on the bottom. We got a debate, folks. We got a gun show. We got three dudes. Three dudes.
This is crazy looking. There we go. Maybe it's working.
There we go. I've got it. There we go. We got DurianRider on screen. Damn it. Why is that doing that?
Okay.
Okay. All right. DurianRider and Andrew. DurianRider, you challenged Drew to a debate, right? You said, when are you going to debate me?
Yeah.
When are you going to finally debate me?
There's a flexing going on here.
Yeah. Well, it's just when you come on, we just expect the flex show, man. It's like all our favorite videos of you are you flexing it up.
Yeah.
Well, so here's what's up. So I talked a lot of shit in my last video. DurianRider responded back to in my comment section. He gave me a few shout outs in my comment section. He deleted those comments. Correct? You agree with that?
No, isn't it? I thought the top comment was pinned.
I pinned it, but it's gone now. So
Go on.
I don't know how that happened. So you know maybe you didn't delete it, but it's gone.
I didn't do that.
So I figured
some extra stuff.
I figured it was only fair to let you respond publicly since I've made a public thing to you. You can have the floor first. You can say whatever the hell you want to say to me.
And put this vegan cap on so we know.
Turn your DurianRider, turn your volume up a little bit on your machine too. Right? Like on your mic maybe, like turn your mic volume up because you got less volume than Drew.
Let me put some earphones in, see if that helps. I'm using my iPhone.
Okay.
Trusty iPhone. Let me put some earphones.
Did you update your
helps.
Strava today?
I just did. I was going out for a running race.
Got
first place.
First place, of course, right?
Who gets DurianRider fired up?
Yeah.
He's too likable in these debates. You know what I mean? What's the deal here? This is not what I came for.
Well, I guess we'll get into it.
All right.
But I got to say, good on you guys for having me on. It's good.
I'm down to have all these vegans on, man. None of them want to talk to me. They all think I'm the freaking devil.
Vegan Gains doesn't want to talk to me. He pussy out of any debate.
Why'd you want to debate? What would you debate vegan
Vegan
gains on?
Gains?
What would you debate him about? Like nutrition or your way of doing veganism?
Nutrition.
Yeah.
Nutrition. I mean, I'll debate him on anything, but like, whatever he's comfortable. I know he's a few subjects he's not too comfortable about. That's fair enough, but I guess we'll talk about nutrition.
So what's the deal with Drew? Why Drew? Why are you so fired up to talk to Drew, man? You wanted to debate him? What's the deal? Why?
I think it'd be great a great debate discussion, talking about ex-vegans or vegans or keto diets, and just nutrition is a passion of mine, and so I always like when people talk a bit of bananas.
There we go.
So yeah.
How many bananas have you eaten today?
I've just only had 2.
Yeah.
Only had 2.
Do you still promote 30 bananas a day? I mean, you're really well known for 30 BAD. Is that still what's up?
Definitely. Logistically, it can be tough though. Getting ripe bananas, quality bananas. A lot of bananas taste like cardboard. There's not much sugar in them these days, so it can be hard to get enough calories from bananas. So, but definitely banana. If I lived on a banana farm, I'd be smashing 30, 40 a day easy.
All right, so I don't want to take this over. I want to let you guys go ahead and get your exchange going. I got 1,000 questions I could ask you too, but maybe we could do that on a different stream or debate or whatever. Um, uh, so Drew, why you want to do this? Why you want to talk to him? He's being very nice to you now. He seemed very confrontational in the messages, but now he's all sweet. He's got his sweet durian face on.
I don't see any reason to not talk to the vegan community. I mean, I made a video today saying that, hey, I want to be here to have vegans on my channel. I want to talk to vegans. I want to bridge the gap of information. I feel like they're saying one thing, we're saying another thing. And for the record, I don't believe in just being 100% long-term carnivore only, 2 pieces of rice is going to kill you. I believe that there's certain things that our bodies can handle and certain things that they can't handle. And I believe that long-term, a vegan diet does not work for most people. And DurianRider here, and he probably will not disagree with this, has said many times in the past, like, people quit, it's probably because they didn't eat enough. It's probably because they didn't carb up enough. And those are things that I have done in great abundance with proof in the past. I was also a cyclist. I had the fucking TCR Advanced SL2, motherfuckers. Hot green. I had all the shit. I was out here cycling, Strava up my asshole, 100 miles a week, 10,000 feet a week. All right, out here putting in the work. And I just want to say, just for full disclosure and transparency, my performance at that time as a cyclist was pretty decent. Okay. Now, that being said, want to bridge the gap into gaining muscle mass, let's say. You don't have the ability to gain muscle the same way you do as on a high-protein meat diet. It just does not work. At least for me, and that's my experience, and I like to share that because people said my microphone needs to be turned up. Can you guys hear me?
I saw that. I turned it up a little bit, but I think it okay. Seems louder than mine. I'm listening through headphones.
I can hear you fine.
Yeah, I think you're good.
Okay, so
I can hear you fine.
Yeah, so basically that's the perspective I'm coming from. Obviously, I think I don't know how much DurianRider knows about me, but I moved to Hawaii. I was around a bunch of vegans there that cycled. One of DurianRider's friends that I've seen him with his fake accounts talk shit to him on his channel, on his videos, which is all good. But I know all the people, man. I know all the players. I've done all the stuff. I've tried all the versions of the vegan diet, and we got elite performance cyclists, DurianRider here, competing and training with the pros. You're not going to take anything away from DurianRider saying he can't cycle. That's not what this is about. But when it comes down to somebody suffering on the vegan diet, I think this is where we will disagree. DurianRider will say that there will be a solution within the diet. There must always be a solution within the diet. And I say that there's not always a solution within the diet. And that's kind of where I think most vegans and carnivores, they depart, because one is going to be founded in ethics and says, hey, you need to figure this shit out for yourself. Even if you're suffering, it doesn't matter. The animals are suffering too. Okay. But people like me who don't necessarily align with the ethical argument, we're going to find the way that works the best, not the way that works the best within the vegan diet. And I think that that's maybe a good place to start off with.
All right, DurianRider, you got the floor.
Yeah, I think it's as Drew said, his performance was really good as a cyclist. And I think the first mistake people do, if they're vegan, is probably move to Hawaii. Because some of the vegans I know who go to Hawaii, man, not bad people, but total fucking space cadets. And they're too into wishy-washy stuff, fasting, breatharianism, juice fasting, calorie restriction, dry fasting, intermittent fasting, drinking your own urine, eating your own poo, all sorts of crazy shit, And I understand that. A lot of people in their 20s they're raised by strict parents, so they want to find some sort of movement to be part of. That's human nature. We want to be part of the pack. And so people end up, they come to my festival in Thailand and they get all G'd up and lose some weight or gain some weight because they had anorexia, and then they're healing.
Or they detox their teeth sometimes too. What's up with all people losing their teeth and the detoxification of their hair, stuff like that. It's like, I'm bald man bad over here. I got no hair, but I didn't lose my hair because of.
So you detox your hair because you're a vegan?
No, I'm not a vegan.
How come you got no hair?
Because I cut it off. See, I got some stubble. You want to count the hairs on my head? How come you got no beard? How come you got no lean muscle mass? How come you got no fucking brains?
But you've lost all your hair. You can't grow your hair
No,
back.
no, I
So
actually had hair a
the
few weeks
detox
ago.
of
I
the
just
hair
cut it
thing.
off. But I mean, I know you commented on my videos before about me being bald. You know, I could say the same thing. Why don't you have a beard? Right? Oh, you got your beard right behind you, though,
Well,
right? You guys see her right behind you. Never mind.
I can
I see
grow a
your beard
beard,
right
but
behind you. So all right, so what's with all the girls that are getting damaged by your diet? What about these women with eating disorders who are justifying it with your 30 bananas a day? They're not getting the fat soluble vitamins they need. They're not getting any of the nutrients they need from 30 bananas a freaking day. Do you recommend that they supplement with B12? Do you recommend that they supplement with essential fatty acids? How are they getting these things on a banana diet?
Well, let me answer your questions first about the teeth and the hair, and then get to the soluble vitamins.
And what
So
happened
the
when you
first one,
detoxed your teeth and you got some new fake ones? Those are pretty nice, by the way. Them pearly whites, how much those cost? How much those cost? How much that
They
smile
cost a
cost?
bit.
Hey, you owe me some teeth, DurianRider. I lost a couple. I got a couple fillings as well off the raw
Yeah,
floor.
how many
Well,
girls have lost their teeth on
I
this
mean,
guy's diet?
I don't know any.
You don't know
But
any?
here's the
Oh, I'm
thing,
sure
here's the
you
thing,
don't.
is
You
like-
don't see any. You don't hear any. They're all liars, right? They didn't do it right.
No.
They didn't do it right.
All right,
Go to any
Tristan,
dentist.
let's. He's a little under carb right now. He just ran the race. We gotta let him catch up,
Let him
dude.
carve up and respond. Go ahead, buddy.
He's got. Come
ahead,
on,
buddy.
come on,
Alright.
you know.
All right, so we'll go teeth, hair, and then there's a vitamin.
Okay.
So teeth, go to any dentist and try and make an appointment. So with my teeth, I used to do boxing with no mouth guard, a few beers, and most of my teeth are pretty cracked up. And I also have an overbite, and so a lot of my bottom teeth are getting worn when I'm chewing. So when I got money from YouTube, etc., I was like, well, you know what? I've always wanted to have straight white teeth, so I got crowns in my teeth, and I had 2 removed. Just it was really cracked, and they said, you do a root canal, and I'm like, I don't want to get a root canal. And I said, can you put a filling in there? We can do that. We can fix it up, and they failed, and so I got them pulled and got an implant in there. So I do have, my teeth. They're not fake teeth. They're crowns on top of my original teeth.
Yeah, you got
barring a couple of implants.
All right, cool.
All right. So I didn't dissolve my teeth or detox my teeth.
What
There's
about all these
plenty
other,
of vegans out there
other
who's
poor girls who are detoxing their teeth on your diet?
how does that even work? How do you detox to your teeth? What is that? What's the
Let me step
mechanics?
in here. Let me, as the resident vegan here, resident ex-vegan here. Let me step in here. So, when it comes to teeth getting messed up, a lot of vegans have this thing where they say that basically you're detoxing, and sometimes that is a part of the detoxification process. You might lose some teeth enamel. You may lose a tooth or two. That's all part of the process. Basically, if you lose a tooth, that tooth needed to go. I'm not saying that they all say that, but I have definitely heard that many, many times, not just from the kookiest of the kooks, but like I've definitely heard that. I'm not talking about like the Hawaiian people that are living off the land on the freaking cult farms, dude. Like I'm talking about regular mainstream people. Some people kind of think this, and the 2 things that I've seen consistently, I would say that plagues, let's say 80%, if I had to make up a number of vegans, we're talking at least one of these things will be true. Horrible digestion or messed up teeth. Would you or would you not agree with that?
I disagree. I've met people all the time who eat meat and they've got fucked up teeth. Go to any dentist and go to any dentist surgery, sit there all day and ask people who come through the door, are you a vegan? Are you watch DurianRider? You're raw till 4, you're free. Like you be there for like months or years.
So let me share with you my experience real quick, and I haven't shared this publicly in detail yet. I've talked about the tooth decay that I've had, and I've kind of shown pictures of it. But so the first year I was vegan, following raw till 4 all the way through, bro, like for real. And then I went to the dentist, checked out perfectly. Okay, I even made a video where I said my teeth feel really clean, my teeth feel smooth, they feel clean. Okay, fast forward 6 more months, I went for my other checkup. So between the 1 year mark and the 1.5 year mark, I roll in there thinking I'm a fucking boss. I'm gonna roll back out, middle fingers in the air, hotshot vegan, right? I got 4 cavities, bro. 4 cavities. One of my teeth was actually getting this white outline that was going around the gum line, and she had to drill like 4. It took like 2.5 hours. I was sitting in that chair to get my teeth drilled and bonded. I couldn't believe it. Like I was truly shook and heartbroken over this. And before that, we're talking my entire adult life, I had 1 cavity since I was like 14 or 15 years old. So what had changed in that last year and a half? It was obviously the vegan diet and eating so much sugar. And I was eating oranges in the morning for breakfast, usually cycling immediately after the oranges because I felt like they were the lightest thing for me to eat and digest. Oatmeal was terrible before I would cycle, by the way. I felt like almost nauseous. So that was what I did. Oranges in the morning, cycling, boom. You got the story. And 4 cavities. So again, what do you think changed there?
Well, I would like to say, was the same dentist you saw the first and the second time?
It was not. It was actually the first time I've been to this dentist and a different dentist. But again, keep in mind that I was getting this outline that was I could feel the chips in the top of my teeth, around the gum line. You could actually feel those little enamel erosion towards the gum line, and it was happening on several teeth at a time.
Yeah, that's very common. Very common in everybody. Here's the thing. Me going to dentists, shopping around for my crowns, trying to find the best dentist to do the job. I worked out a lot of dentists. What the fuck they're doing? They went to dentist school. They are dentists. They don't know how to read X-rays or whatever. So I learned that. Dentists are saying, you go to one dentist, you never no fillings, never no fillings.
There's an echo.
You got another one. Yeah, you got another dentist. You have dentist, and you'll have different opinions. So it's important to see the same one if we're going to see it. In terms of your dental health issues, is there dental hygiene there? Is there stress going on? Now that you're cycling more, your mouth's drier when you go riding. So dry mouth is less saliva production, and saliva helps protect and remineralize the teeth. So cyclists often have quite bad teeth.
Hang on one second. I hate to stop you there, and I am listening, but the audience is freaking out, saying there's an echo. So let's let Tristan maybe sort it, I guess.
The echo.
I don't know how that's possible.
Be better now. No, I finally got you guys both up on screen at the same time through NDI, and I think the echo should be gone.
Okay.
Let's do a sound check. DurianRider, you want to talk?
Yep. DurianRider.
And Drew, let's
Australia.
Check you, Drew.
Drew from Southern California.
Okay, it's good now. Dr. Michael Fartface says it's good now. We're good. All right. Sorry, audience.
Actually, teeth is a big one. I've had a lot of experience with it, dealing with people.
Okay, there we go.
I've had a lot of experience dealing with people's teeth and stuff like that, and talking to dentists. I know a lot of cyclists who are dentists as well, and so I get to hear a lot of stories. So for me, the biggest one would be dental hygiene. That's huge. Second would be dehydration. Third, actually, maybe probably the biggest is genetics. I know when my dad was about 30, he had all his teeth pulled out of his head. He had no teeth. He had false teeth that he'd pull out of his head when he was 30. He'd never been a vegan. He didn't even know what a vegan was. He was raised on full cream milk. My dad was born in, I think it was like 1922 or something. He's quite old. And so he was born in the organic full fat revolution. And so he ate full fat cream, the full fat meat and stuff like that. But he had all his teeth pulled at age 30.
Okay, so how about this? How about all these girls? This is lots of anecdotal data of people leaving the fruit diet, leaving the fruitarianism, leaving the raw till 4, leaving the 30 bananas a day diet, going on a high-fat diet, and then their teeth start to remineralize. Their teeth get sensitive. Their teeth get super sensitive on this diet, and it's consistent. A lot of these girls, they end up losing a lot of weight. They end up getting thyroid issues, gut issues, major skin issues, and their teeth start deteriorating. As soon as they add animal fats and animal foods back into the diet, their teeth remineralize, and they don't need to worry obsessively about dental hygiene. They don't need to worry about all these things. Why are we seeing this? And this is consistent. You could say, you're just making that up, but we see this all the time.
Well, what I see is people. You said that the girls lose weight on vegan, but before you said they gain weight.
Well, he said they gain weight. I see girls who are underweight, who's lost lean muscle mass.
It's usually one or the other.
Yeah.
It's usually they gain a bunch of fat, or they get skinny fat, or they just get emaciated skinny. It's never like that healthy in between.
Right. They either end up looking like Freely, or they get all puffy and just like really, really, waterlogged.
Yeah, they're the ones who are coming from an eating disorder. If you've got an eating disorder, you're going to gain weight. You're going to heal for sure. Your estrogen levels are going to go up. You're going to hold more water. You look sort of round face, very smooth. Look at Freely back in the day when she was 73, 75
She was taking
kilos.
Botox. You said that she was on Botox, and you said that. She had Botox. She stopped taking Botox, and it all went away, and you saw the Skeletor. We see the Skeletor that was underneath there.
I'm talking 2007 Freely, not 2014. She did Botox for a bit, and then she stopped it now.
Can we get? I don't want to make this. I see where we're at here, and I don't want to make this unfriendly. But Like, can we
That's
get
all good.
It's all friendly.
We
It's
can do
all
both. We can do friendly,
It's all
unfriendly.
friendly.
It's banter, but I think we're getting places.
Can we get a response? Because I lumped you guys in together in my video, and I'm not asking you to make a defense of her. I mean, I don't even know if you guys even talk to each other anymore. But what do you think about the current state of her aesthetic? I mean, to me, like back when you guys were around in that house right there, she looked a lot different than she does now, and that's just a fact. So, what do you think is going on there?
Yeah. I mean, I think when me and Freddie we parted ways. The biggest mistake I probably made was warring with her online, and that was a big one. And I said to Freddie when we split up, I said, let's keep this private. Let's not tell anyone, because I knew as soon as we went public, the trolls would get in and try and get us to war against each other. She's like, yeah, okay. But then, there's a bit of banter going on. She would say something. I'm like, well, I'm going to say that. And then we just started warring. And that was a huge mistake. I wish I had a time machine to go back and just totally not say nothing. So that was a big mistake, one of the biggest mistakes I've made on social media and in friendship with friends as well. So that was a big one. So that definitely took its toll on both of us, and without divulging too much information, you can sort of see that it has caused fairly lot of stress. So it's nothing to do with diet. It's a lot of that. And she's had a lot of lifestyle changes. She's in a relationship for 9 years with me, and then, goes straight into another relationship, and then goes to Ecuador, and there's legal stuff, and there's all sorts of personal family. There's all, there's a lot of things I'm not really going to get into too much, but it's not about diet. But she's super lean. She's still fit. And she's doing well.
She's not fit. She's not doing well. The woman looks like she's fucking dying. If that was my daughter, you know how worried I'd be about her? Dude, come on. If that was your daughter, DurianRider, I know you hate children and you fucking castrated yourself or whatever, but if that was your daughter, you'd be worried about her, bro. Like, it's fucking sad seeing women like this who are so far down this veganism thing. They get so emaciated. It's like, I mean, her and Goji Man look like some characters out of a fucking Tim Burton film. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Bailey's fine, man. She's in great shape.
She's in great shape.
She's
not, dude. Mentally and physically, this woman is deteriorating. You could see the mental deterioration in her videos.
That's just trolling, and that's just a little bit of stress and just finding a path again. That's just free. That's fine. I know her very well. I know better than anyone.
That woman. It's just so sad to see, man.
The shoulders, bro. The shoulders are like bone
lean.
on bone.
It's not lean. That's bone, my friend.
Lean, dude.
That's bone. It's called sarcopenia.
They are, bro.
That's sarcopenia, man.
I train with Olympic level female runners and cyclists.
You could see their muscle.
And then you also
lean, it has muscle.
All right, what's up with the steroid usage? No. Right? Are you still using steroids? What happened with all that stuff? She said you were using steroids and lying to your audience. She said you're using steroids and lying to your audience. What happened with that?
Okay.
Let me just preface this. This is what I saw. Can I just say what I saw? All right. First, I saw you obsessing over everyone being on steroids. You said everyone else is on steroids. Anybody who's got a physique that's slightly better than fucking Ichabod Crane is on steroids. And it was just this weird thing. And people kept saying, I bet DurianRider secretly is on steroids. Then you came out and started using them publicly. And then you said you were off them. And then your girl...
I backed him, by the way, back in the day. I was like, you motherfuckers. He admitted it. He did it for a month. Like, that's legit.
But then... Why did Freely say that you were using steroids on the down low? And why do you have this weird obsession with your fucking muscles? You're always trying to talk about how jacked you are. You're always flexing and then saying you don't work out. And then you're doing biceps curls in your video. You're like, I don't even work out, mate. I don't even work out. If I touch weights, I blow up. Come on, man. That's like classic internet.
Classic
dude, it's so funny. You got to see it from other people's perspective. It really seems like you're like you might be doing some shit on the down low, man.
No, I definitely, I love to troll. And here's the thing, I made those videos back in 2014, end of 2014, and saying, hey, look, guys, because so many people were saying, oh, steroids, you can't get them, they're so hard to get, they don't work, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, look, you can go to any doctor, they're dirt cheap, and I'll prove it to you. And so I did my little experiment. I collected cans from the bin, took them to a recycling depot, got like 20, 30, 40 bucks a day or whatever, and then went to the local doctors and bought anabolic steroids, testosterone and anthate, and showed people how easy it was to get. And then I did a little mini cycle of 4 to 5 weeks, 250 milligrams a week, which is a pretty small dose for most people. And put on some size relative to what I was before and just showed people this is how easy to get steroids and how they work, blah, 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 blah. And so, yeah, and I definitely have a huge personal curiosity about hormones and performance-enhancing drugs and all sorts of things.
I don't think anyone would have a problem if you.
So,
I don't think
am
anyone
I
would
on
have a problem if
steroids?
you
No.
admitted
Have
it.
I used steroids?
I don't
Definitely.
think anyone would have a problem if you just were open about it. But the fact that freely said that you were using them on the down low and lying about it, that's why people start to question: can we trust this man?
Oh, yeah, that's what she did. Is she Freely was the queen of taking things out of context. But if you look back to 2014, there's videos of me saying, "Hey, I'm using steroids this month." Blah 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 blah.
I've got a question for you. Let's segue a little bit here.
That was a deflection, man. Come on. All right, we'll move on.
Well, it's like in the interview. The interview when you ask the president a question and he doesn't give you the answer, like you just
President,
move on. You know what I mean? We'll just.
No, what's the question? I'll answer the question.
Are you honestly, do you still
question.
use steroids on the download? Do you still experiment with performance enhancing drugs?
Yes.
Okay.
Last week I took a prednisone, which is a very powerful steroid. You know what prednisone is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got these 4 cats. I'm not sure if you can see them here, but I've got these 4 feral cats in the backyard, and I've got a crazy cat allergy. So we went to the hotel for a weekend just to get away from the cats and let the cats here. So I couldn't breathe basically. I was having chronic asthma. My little asthma puffer here, which is another steroid that we bring it over here. Okay. So I've been asthmatic all my life, and it definitely went away when I went vegan. But I ended up getting back on this is a steroid.
Yeah, that's called albuterol. That's albuterol.
Yes, it's albuterol. And so, so I definitely am a steroid user. I'm a drug user. This is banned in a lot of sports.
Okay. Well, other than albuterol,
so, yeah.
and other than albuterol and other than the other one you mentioned, any other drugs that you experiment with at the time? Maybe a little bit of testosterone enanthate, maybe a little bit of other testosterone.
I've taken heaps of different things over the time, but I've never done them consistently, and I've never done high dosage. I'm just sort of like curious about how it might feel, blah blah blah. Not in videos about that.
You're not worried about ceasing your natural testosterone production and being dependent on these things long term? Because a lot of athletes, they get into this and they stop producing testosterone naturally, and they stay on it.
That's why I never stayed on.
Okay.
That's why I never stayed on. That's why my blood test, which you can see down here, you can see my FSH and LH levels, you can see my natural test levels, etc. So. Yeah, that's another thing for me. Is once you're on, you got to stay on.
How are your triglycerides looking, by the way? Do you have any info on that?
My triglycerides are always really good.
What's your triglyceride to HDL ratio? We should
obviously they vary day to day or hour to hour.
I've heard. See, here's some theory that
HDL ratio is 4.4.
No, you'd be like a dead.
Triglycerides is 0.8. 0.8.
0.8 triglyceride to HDL ratio?
No, my triglyceride is 0.8. Maybe it's different in the US to Australia.
Do they give you the raw number of triglyceride?
No, it's always very low. I've been putting my blood tests up for the last 10 years. And my triglycerides are always very low. And as what I see with vegans, especially people who follow my program, triglycerides go very low. And so my total cholesterol is 3.5, so quite good. Cholesterol HDL ratio 4.4. This is millimoles per liter, so I'm not sure what you guys use in the US.
It's a little different, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Hard to say then. I guess I would have to dive into
very good.
that, I guess. So I was going to ask you, so there's so many different things that go back and forth, like with vegans and as far as like animals, owning animals. So like you guys have a bunch of cats now. Like what are those cats eating?
Yeah. Just quickly to deflect that question. Did I answer your question about steroids before?
But then we're talking about your cats and if you got your cats on a vegan diet. We got to talk about that next.
Okay.
Yeah, are you satisfied with the steroid answers?
Oh, if you want to expand on it more, you can. I mean, I think we get the point.
So the conclusion is the wrap up is I have used them. I've always been open and public about it before anyone caught me out, etc. Videos date back from 2014. I've used different types. I've never stayed on long term because I understand the side effects. I don't want to shut down my natural levels, etc. And also, being a marathon runner and a cyclist, I don't want to get too big. And extra 2 kilos as a runner, that weighs you down a lot. So I find I do balloon out pretty quick on testosterone. So I've definitely been very mindful of that. But yeah, I could definitely be a swolger, a fake native swolger quite easily. So yeah, and I don't recommend people do stuff. If you are going to do stuff though, get it from the doctor. Don't get it from the internet. So that's what I say about that. You got any questions about that one?
So right.
I mean,
when's the last time you used
I
a
don't have an interest
testosterone?
really.
When's the last time you used a natural testosterone source? Like, because if you have to think about it, it seemed
2017. 2017, I did a couple of injections over a few weeks. I had an implant that had failed, and so to increase the bone density, I did a little 2-week cycle, 3-week cycle.
You don't think?
Dude, you did a couple reps, right? Back when you're on that 2-week cycle, though, right?
Couple reps.
Yeah, you were in the backyard pumping a little weight to get some.
Oh yeah,
for your size.
Just trolling, when you're on gear, you want, as you know, Tristan, when you're taking steroids, you want to lift weights,
As you know.
As I know, how would I know? Are you saying
When you're
are you saying
taking-
that I have personal experience with this? You don't think that you can?
You definitely look like
Dude,
on gear.
you really don't think that I'm small, dude?
That's the best
I
compliment.
love it, man, because
the
I
best
actually have
compliment.
never used any steroids at all. And when I was on a vegan,
Bullshit.
cool, man, I love it. So, what I think
Bullshit.
is so funny.
You've lost your hair and you look like a
Look-
steroid user, which is fine.
Look,
which is
you want to
totally
count the
fine.
hairs on my head? You see that? That's some fuzz, my friend.
Grow it out and prove me wrong. Grow it out and prove.
Why don't you look at my videos from
hair,
2 weeks
2-month
ago?
hair
I had
challenge.
hair on my head. I just shaved it off, dummy.
Now grow it out.
Okay.
Grow it out.
Anyway, bald man
In
bad.
my
You don't
opinion-
think
in
I've
my
heard this
opinion,
before?
you're
like
a fake
bald
natty.
man. I'm a fake natty. So this is what's so funny is you project exactly what you're doing onto other people, DurianRider.
Do I look like a fake natty? though?
You just
Look how
admitted
skinny I
that
am.
you lied. Your girlfriend talked about you lying about using steroids. You're obsessed with fucking flexing on camera, and you're constantly doing biceps curls in your videos, but you say you don't work out. It's the funniest shit I've ever seen, dude. And the fact that you call me a fake natty, I think it's great, man. And this just shows how delusional you are. It just shows how
much do you weigh?
delusional you are. Like probably 162,
how much do you weigh?
163 right now.
And what's your
7'4".
height? No, what is your height?
When's
be
the last
serious.
time you injected anabolic steroids? Give me an honest answer and I'll tell you how tall I am.
We say December 2017.
December 2017.
When I was in Thailand getting an implant done.
The fact that you think you can't get this big without
Yeah, it was.
steroids is crazy. There's 18-year-old boys.
No, you can, but I can tell you're
How?
on them just by the skin complexion and your loss of hair and just that.
He's
There's a
got raw
vibe you
milk
get.
right there.
My
He's drinking-
skin,
he's
my
eating
Not raw
skin
milk.
complexion.
I got friends who eat raw
My
milk
skin complexion.
and they don't look like you.
It's called natural testosterone
DR
production.
is-
When you don't
Same with Sean
mutilate
Baker.
yourself, when you don't mutilate yourself, you can actually create natural testosterone. When you haven't had your balls snipped off, you can actually create testosterone.
Well,
So,
my testosterone here is fine, especially I'm almost 42. How old are you?
and
Tristan?
how can anybody believe anything you say, Captain Castrato, when you're constantly lying? You're constantly lying to us. You lie to your audience more than
How am I
anybody on YouTube. And when you come on the
I'm not the one who looks like a fake natty.
and I'm fucking flattered, and I love it, man. I fucking love it. The fact that you think I'm a fake natty, I love it. But we can move on. What do you feed your cats?
You are.
What do you? I'm a fake natty. Great. All right. What do you feed your cats?
I feed them strips of lean gains, fake natty strips. I feed them
Bullshit.
tofu,
Eating those fuckers.
onions.
You're a fake vegan.
I feed them.
You're a fake
To be honest, I
vegan.
feed them rice. No, I feed them rice. I'll go.
You
There's a
feed
local
your cats rice.
bin.
This is abuse, dude.
Yeah.
That's abuse.
They love rice, man. They eat flies, they eat cockroaches, they eat crickets, and also there's a dumpster around near
So
my
you're
joint.
killing
where I get
cockroaches and
some meat
crickets. You're
scraps.
killing innocent cockroaches and crickets. Captain Castrato
I'm not
over
killing the
here,
cats, I'm
killing
killing-
the cockroaches and the crickets for the cats. That's okay for them to do, but it's not okay for people to eat meat. Yeah.
Oh, cats are obligate carnivores. You know, they need to eat meat.
I'm
to
an
survive.
obligate
We don't.
carnivore.
Well, that's a thing that I wonder about though, because vegans willingly own cats, and then they have to feed these cats either milk or they feed them whatever cats, pet store cat food.
You know what's funny is I could tell you were
they're-
lying
I-
too.
I
You could
disagree
tell that
with that.
DurianRider was
I
actually
disagree with that.
lying right there. Harley was lying. He's giving these cats meat.
Of course.
I mean,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna buy it though.
You don't buy it. So how do you
Well,
get it?
So
how
what's
do you
the
get
difference? Like,
How you get
yeah,
it?
I don't understand.
Dumpsters.
The dumpsters.
Dumpsters, and various butchers will give you free meat. I don't believe in spending money. You know, these cats. I didn't buy these cats. These cats were born in my
Dude.
backyard.
Do you
If you
see?
ate
Do
meat
you
that you
see
didn't
the
buy, is
cognitive
that legit?
dissonance here? Do you not see the contradiction?
If you ate meat, there's contradiction. Anything can be contradicted for sure. Okay, so the question is, which question? I'll answer any question.
All right, let me
I'll
get
just
in it.
shut
So you got eggs, right? You got chickens in the backyard that are just roaming free. Like literally in Hawaii, I knew many people with chickens that just roamed around, and these things were popping eggs out left and right. no stress, no nothing on the chickens. Like, I think you would probably even agree that that is even if you wanted to consume that egg, like on an ethical level, that wouldn't be an issue, right?
Totally. If the chickens are just running around doing their chicken thing, I got no issues at all.
So do you ever eat
No
eggs
issue at
from the
all.
chickens that are just running around and like they drop an egg? Would you ever do that?
I think it's gross eating something that comes from a chicken's vagina, you know. This is my personal thing. And I used to do eggs back in the day before I was vegan. You know, I've done raw eggs, the Rocky shakes and shit like that, and I didn't have the health and performance I wanted.
So DR, you're like 10 plus year vegan now, right? Full on 10 plus years.
Vegan 2001, April 2001, so coming up 18 years.
18 years. All right. So like at what point would you consider trying animal products? Like what would have to happen for you to consider animal products as a supplement or something that could possibly help you? Like, have you ever run into the moment where you're like, fuck, man, maybe I need this? Or like, is that part of your reality? Like some vegans are straight up, I'm going down with the ship. I'll die for this.
No, I wouldn't. I'd eat a troll to stay alive.
So what is that point for you? I just want to know, like,
in the first year I was vegan, I remember like, you know, I was the only vegan I knew. I didn't meet another vegan for another year. And when I eventually met vegans, they were just these like, you know, pasty looking, natural hygiene, orthorexic people. And it was quite a while till I met another vegan athlete, you know. It's probably about 4 or 5 years. And so those first few years, I had a lot of self-doubt, but I felt good and my performances were good. But I had a lot of social disapproval. All my cyclist friends would go, you can't be a vegan, you need milk for protein and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but milk will make me feel clagged up. Even raw milk, you know, I just get a lot of, you know, mucus and stuff like that. So for me, I've done my experimentation before I was even vegan, you know, and I've got friends who've done it. And so all my experimentation I've done myself and or had friends, and none of the results I'm impressed by. And if I was on a farm that had eggs, I wouldn't eat the eggs, even if they were totally ethical. And the chicken rolled the egg up to my foot and said, hey, eat it. I'd be like, nah, I used to eat those back in the day, but nah, I'm good. Thanks anyway. I'll have some fruit, I'll have some rice, I'll have some pasta.
But it's cool to dumpster dive. It's cool to dumpster dive for meat and feed it to your cats. That's okay. But if you buy it, that's unethical, right?
Well, for me, if I'm buying it, then I'm paying someone to go and kill an animal, which, you know, kill a sheep or a chicken or a cow, which for me, I'm like, why?
How many animals get killed in the wheat threshers? How many bunnies get displaced? How many pigeons get shot over the fields of billions? So if there's one,
that's why I had a vasectomy.
So if there's one cow killed, if there's one cow killed, and that cow can feed one person for an entire year, a large steer could feed an entire person for an entire year. That's one animal. Yet for your diet, you know how many fucking animals die for your bananas that you export from South America? Do you know how many animals die from those bananas?
Locally. Yeah.
How many animals get killed?
Bananas are grown
How many animals get killed from pesticides?
They're still getting killed.
How many animals get killed from pesticides?
Everything's getting killed.
Everything's getting killed.
Yeah.
So you're not even an ethical vegan, but you act like you're an ethical vegan, but you don't even adhere to. No, you're not. You give.
So just because I kill an ant today in my running race means I go to eat a Big Mac.
You're not an ethical vegan. You feed your cats meat.
Avoidable harm is what we should be focusing on.
And I just gave you the best example of avoidable harm. If you just ate grass-fed beef and that's it, you're killing 1 to 2 animals per year. But if you eat a vegan...
No, you're not. You're killing way more. Because what about the forest that was there beforehand? They got chopped
That's
down
not how it works, dumbass. That's not how it works. See, you don't understand.
It does work in Australia. It does.
That's not how it works. Pasture is very different. Pasture land is very, very different. There are different types of land. You can't just grow soy to give you soy milk on every single piece of land. It doesn't work that way. There's pasture land.
Where do you live?
I live in Ecuador.
Where do you live? You're in Ecuador now?
Ecuador for 10 years.
Okay.
The cows I eat come from the valley I live in. They graze on grass. This is not forest that's been cut down for cows to live on. This is pasture land. The only thing you can do with a lot of this land is pasture animals. And you're saying that you're an ethical vegan, but you buy, or not even buy, you give meat to your cats, and you say it's ethical if it's dumpster diving. What if I dumpster dive for meat and eat it myself? That's ethical, and
I'd be totally fine with that. I'd be like, wow, this guy's pretty cool. He's a carnivore. He believes humans should eat meat, but he doesn't want to support the killing of animals, so he eats it from the bin.
You just said that everything dies. You support the killing of insects. You support the killing of other animals for your food. You don't care, but if I kill a cow, it's bad. What's the difference between?
It was unnecessary.
It's unnecessary for you to be alive. Why don't you kill yourself?
There's definitely a lot of people who agree with that one.
No. There's a lot of people who do
that's
it
why I
when they
have a
get on
vasectomy.
your diet. They do it nice and slowly, and they detox all their lean muscle mass out, and they detox all their sinful animal flesh from their body.
There's people who do the carnivore diet and they die from heart disease. So
Nobody's
there's a few in
died from
Adelaide
heart
here,
disease yet on a carnivorous diet. Who?
I
Show me
disagree with
one.
that one.
Show
There was
me one.
I won't mention his name, but there was a naturopath here in Adelaide who was all about the raw milk, all about the raw meat, and he died.
How about all these vegans
he's
dying
about
from
maybe
heart attack?
51.
How about
heart attack?
vegans dying from dementia? Freely is clearly dying from dementia before our very eyes.
Hey, DR, we knew a girl. We personally knew a girl that was raw vegan for 5 years and died of cancer not that long ago.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know that person as well. What else was going on there in her life? When she took the pill for 10 years, all the estrogen, the sex steroids she would have taken, that stuff doesn't go away. Here's the thing is women are on the contraceptive pill, which is sex steroids, and they're on it every single day. Like me and Tristan.
Yeah, I agree it's fucked up. I agree that's fucked up.
And so then they changed their diet.
Wait, what were you going to say? Me and Tristan taking steroids?
I mean, Tristan taking steroids, but we don't do it every single day.
How often do I do
on
it?
and off.
How often do I do it? What steroids do I take? Which ones do I take?
I'd say you'd probably be on about, being in Ecuador, you can get it over the counter pretty easy.
Which ones can I get over the counter? Which ones?
I'd say you're probably on a bit of sus 250.
Sus 250. Okay. How much?
I need to get on a cycle.
Much?
You wouldn't know what that is though, would you? Because you're raw carnivore. I'd say you're probably about 250 a week.
Interesting. Okay.
Or 100.
What about Drew? Is Drew a fake natty? Check out him. He's not withering away. You can't see Drew's clavicles. He's not a fake natty. You can't see his clavicles yet.
No. No, Drew doesn't have that look that you do. The fake natty look. I mean, not everyone gets the fake natty look. But most people do.
It's called actually having testicles and testosterone. That's the look. The look is not dying. The look is not like Ichabod Crane with a Go Vegan hat on. That's the fake natty look. Yeah, you get this fake alpha male over here, acts all fucking tough guy, and then he comes on, he acts like a little mouse over here when he gets called out. I can't believe this guy. You're the most dishonest person on YouTube. You know that? Not even the vegans accept you in their community. Nobody believes anything you say.
You're the one who can't admit that you take steroids, man.
I love it, man. Here's my
for me,
steroids right here.
A fake natty.
Here's my steroids, man. Animal foods.
Admit it.
Animal foods.
Well, how come I got friends who do raw milk and raw meat and they don't look like you?
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Ooh.
So I got friends who've done raw milk and raw meat and lost their teeth.
Okay.
So it's
one of them died. You know how many of your former followers I've helped? You know how many of your former followers I've helped get their fertility and their health back after it tanked on the diet that you promote? I know you're anti-natalist and you hate children, you hate fertility, but you know how many?
I don't hate children. I don't hate fertility. I think we've got too many people.
Yeah, and that's your right to say.
Hating children. I love kids so much. I wouldn't want to bring them to
you love kids so much you promote killing them. But you say that eating a chicken's egg is bad. Listen, hey, is eating a chicken egg ethical?
You said yes.
Depends on how. I would say, if it's in your backyard, free to go wherever, yes. What? And here's the thing: why not eat those ethical eggs, or oysters, or roadkill? Why
so oysters
are cool.
Are you eating oysters?
I don't eat oysters, but I know a lot of vegans who have. I don't think it's very healthy. For me, I used to eat raw oysters pre-vegan days, and I find the taste not so good.
I think you're very dishonest. I think you're really dishonest, and I think it's very, very obvious to the audience and everybody watching just what a snake you are, DurianRider. Just what a snake you are. So let's let Drew talk to you. This was supposed to be a Drew debate, but I just can't help it because I've been watching you for years and just watching you snake around, and it's just nice to finally talk to you. So you accused me of being a fake natty 3 years ago. I love it, man. So yeah, I'll let you guys talk. I'll shut up now. And for the record, it's okay to eat eggs and oysters if you're a vegan, but DurianRider doesn't do it. He swears he doesn't do it. And it's okay to take steroids, but he don't do it.
Oh, so now I'm eating eggs.
If I had to bet, I would bet DurianRider's tried something in the past. He did say to experiment behind closed doors and not tell anybody about it because it may hurt the vegan message. But that's so. Who knows what you've done? Who knows what you've experimented with?
No, I'll be honest with you. I am, I was into the raw egg thing back in 1996. I've been doing martial arts since actually 1995. I've been doing martial arts since 95, and Bruce Lee and eating raw eggs when I was like 17, 18, shit like that. So I've done all my experimentation pre-vegan. it didn't give me the results I wanted. So I have no temptation to go back. It's a bit like, it's like, I've lived so many different lifestyles. I've done all the drugs and the party stuff, and and I've got no desire to go back to it. Even me and Natasha went to a rave party in Sydney a few weeks ago, and I went there, and it was fun, people watching, and I was vlogging and stuff like that. But I didn't enjoy myself. I wasn't like, wow, this is a good vibe sort of thing. But so all my experimentation, so I can honestly say that, I'm not eating eggs on the side. I'm not eating a bit of meat here and there. I know people who do that, and that's fine.
Do you think that's how a lot of people get by long term, though? Because I honestly,
there's nothing in animal products you need, man.
What about vitamin B12? What about fat soluble vitamins like vitamin A? What about what else? There's a plethora of you're not getting. Where are you going to get zinc on 30 bananas a day? Where are you going to get DHA?
Zinc, man. Zinc's in everything.
Where are you going to get DHA on?
Zinc, your body makes DHA. Your body makes
DHA out of bananas. Your body makes it out of bananas.
It doesn't matter if it's in the food. Hang on. Even if it's on Chronometer, it doesn't mean shit, dude. It doesn't mean you're absorbing it. So even if you can plug that shit into Chronometer and you think you're getting it, it doesn't mean you're actually absorbing it. That was my issue with it, and that's the issue I've seen with a lot of people. They're not actually absorbing any of that shit.
I agree. I mean, this is a banana. It was yellow at the start of the video. This is magic, man. This is raw plant nutrition. There's shit in this we don't even know exists. This is instinctive food. Fruit is magic food. What happens though is our human ego, we get into this like, and I perpetuate that, flexing my abs, showing how fucking ripped I am, 3.9% body fat, DEXA
you don't
scan,
inspire anybody
like
with your physique,
and
Rider. Don't fucking fool any. Don't fool yourself, man. You inspire nobody with your physique or your looks, dude.
I do, man. As compared to girlfriends, but it's just how we roll in society. It's this weight loss emphasis. So people go into food lifestyle because I want to lose more weight or get lean, and they take it too far. They calorie restrict, or they do a juice fast, or they're like not drinking water. That's not the bad thing for your teeth. They're eating a lot of food, feeling a bit bloated, and then starting to vomit, and that's bad for your teeth as well. They've got bulimia, or or they've got an underlying B12 deficiency issue from whatever reasons, medications or bad digestion or whatever, and. Or if vegans, then how come meat eaters can get B12 deficiency then? And it's not reverse eating meat. How come the only clinical way to reverse B12 deficiency is B12 injections? It's the only way to do it clinically, 100% guaranteed results. You could eat 10 kilos of liver a day and still not reverse clinical B12 deficiency. So the notion that there's only vegans can get B12 deficient is, that's nonsense.
No. Just because meat eaters die also, just because vegans die of heart, we could say the same argument for your heart attack argument. Why do vegans also die of heart attack? What's the number one killer of vegans?
Yeah.
What's the number one killer of vegans?
Depends what vegan diet they're eating. If you're eating a lot of coconut oil and shit like that.
What if they're eating 30 bananas a day? What if they're just eating 30 bananas a day?
What is the mechanics for someone eating 30 bananas a day to get a heart attack?
What's the mechanics of people eating 30 bananas a day to get sufficient vitamin B12, DHA, EPA? What's the mechanism there?
EPA comes to the plant. You're making this.
You're making EPA and DHA?
How are you going to get that from your plants and your DHA? You make that. Purslane is the highest source of omega-3s in the planet. Purslane, so weed goes everywhere.
Doesn't mean
so you eat purslane for your DHA?
That means I'll be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, EPA. Okay. So that means how come I'm still alive then? How come there's so many long-term vegans out there?
Do you supplement?
I ain't sneaking eggs on the side. I'll supplement B12 because I'm an athlete, not because I'm a vegan.
So vegans don't need to supplement B12?
Not at all. I don't recommend anyone supplements because they're a vegan.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to be an athlete, then you got to do B12 shots. If you've got a clinical deficiency, it doesn't matter if you're a meat eater or not, you need to do B12
I mean, at least
shots.
you're consistent with your
B12
at least you're consistent with your worldview because you believe the world's overpopulated. You want to get rid of all the nasty, naughty people. At least you're consistent in killing people with your diet and you're living it out. That's cool. Yeah. Do a vegan diet. Don't supplement. Don't even supplement B12. Here's DurianRider himself.
No way.
No way.
Do not supplement B12 because you're vegan. Supplement because
I gotta moderate my own. I gotta moderate my own debate.
This is not even a debate. This is just
DurianRider
DurianRider being a dishonest little snake. Come on, let's be honest.
All right, okay. Let's talk about new science. Let's talk about new shit that people have learned that we're talking about for real. We're talking about cholesterol, all right? So
Yeah.
the new info on cholesterol, not new, but this is how it always was, is that we know the mechanisms, the way that it works. We know that cholesterol is not the thing causing the arterial damage in the walls. We know that it's there to heal the arterial damage in the walls caused by inflammation. Okay. So
Yeah.
this is a mechanistic thing that we understand. Like, you plug in the variable, this is what happens. There's no debate about the mechanism of the way that this works. So we know that most likely through sugar, through elevated blood sugar levels for long periods of time, we get these fucked up arteries. We get the cholesterol coming through to repair that area. And there's other people out there like Bart K who explains this very, very well in a lot of detail. Like, what do you think of this new data that's showing us that the sugar is indeed the thing that's causing us the issues in our arteries, and things like cholesterol aren't really to blame? So, like, the whole argument for the low-carb vegan diet is to keep yourself off the saturated fat, keep this cholesterol low, when indeed that's not the thing that's actually causing the problem. Like,
Insulin's the problem.
That's correct, but a high carb diet is going to be pumping insulin,
High
especially
insulin.
correct. And so that's the thing, that if you're eating a high carb diet, you're going to be constantly provoking insulin, especially as somebody who's eating all day long.
No,
that's a fact.
You're not. Here's the thing: insulin is more anabolic than testosterone. That's why a lot of bodybuilders use it.
But that doesn't have anything to do with the arterial damage and the fact that cholesterol is there to help you, because our body makes a lot of our own cholesterol. So it wouldn't make something that's there to destroy us. And obviously, dietary cholesterol, vegans say, hey, you don't need more of it. Your body makes all of it. But it's one of those things that the people who are in the know about this stuff say you can't get enough of it. So it's not something that's harmful to you. We already make it. So therefore, there's something else.
Same with insulin. We make insulin as well. But
the insulin's not the problem, though. It's the fact. But the fact that insulin is responding to the high blood sugar levels, and the blood sugar level is being elevated through the diet. So we elevate our blood sugar.
Too much fat.
No. The fat does not elevate.
No, actually DurianRider, there's truth to the nuance that DurianRider's talking about, but he throws it out of proportion, right? So the way I see it, it's like, all right, look, high elevated blood glucose levels,
very, very low,
the presence of fat in the blood will actually create physiological insulin resistance in the muscle tissue. But that's because when you're on a high-fat diet and you're fasting, you also get physiological insulin resistance when you fast. Right? We all know there's loads of benefits to fasting. It makes you more insulin sensitive. But when you have high fat combined with high carbs, then you get a problem. That's the issue, right? So there's nuance to it. Fat metabolism is affecting diabetes, but people are reversing type 2 diabetes on a high fat, low carb diet.
Correct. So you wouldn't want to eat. The worst thing you could do, and the vegans agree with this, is eating high fat, high carb at the same time. That's a big no-no. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about eating a high-fat, low-carb diet. Therefore, you're not spiking the blood sugar, so therefore there's no issue with the insulin resistance. And somebody just said in the chat that I don't understand the insulin science. Okay. Well, if you can explain how I'm incorrect, then go for it. Otherwise, keep your mouth shut. What do you say, DR?
Was that a question to me, or was that a question to the?
It was a statement. It was a statement to somebody in the chat. But we got actually Bart K, the nutrition watchdog, in here, and if he says, if something I've said is incorrect, go ahead and let me know. But I've just laid out the foundation to that. And obviously, when I first went vegan, I thought that it made sense, because you're like, okay, cholesterol is causing this arterial plaquing, but it's not causing the plaquing. It's responding to the damage in the plaquing. So it's there in part, but it's not the cause. When we really dive down into the root cause, it's really more of the inflammation, and the inflammation.
Right. And people with low cholesterol die from heart attacks more than people with high cholesterol. When you have a heart attack, which it doesn't even decrease your chances of having a heart attack when you have low cholesterol, just as many people have heart attacks with low cholesterol, and when they have a heart attack, more people with low cholesterol die than people with high cholesterol. It increases your chance of. Increases all. No, it's not debatable. Low cholesterol increases all-cause mortality rates dramatically, and also increases dementia, as we see right here, and with Freely.
Well, how come you go to any nursing home? How many vegans in nursing homes with dementia? I've met anyone.
Okay.
They don't make it there. They're
Look
dead
at Dr. McDougall. He's on YouTube with dementia. I mean, he's right before. I mean, it's sad to see.
Hey, he's sharp as a tack.
DR.
Dr. McDougall is sharp as a tack. Dumpster diving for meat
yesterday.
is vegan. Dr. McDougall sharp as a tack. Don't supplement with anything if you're on a vegan diet.
Sharp as a marble.
Yeah, sharp as a marble.
Dr. McDougall had a stroke when he was like 18 or something. So he's straight away. He had a stroke when he was 18, disabled from 18 on. So the fact that he's lasted this long is like a miracle, a testimony to the high carb low fat.
Yeah, I'll give you that one, DR. That's a good. That's a
And he's
good.
not-
rabbit
he's-
out
You're
hat.
so snaky. That's
He's not even a vegan.
all right.
He's not even a vegan, man.
He's not even vegan.
He's not even
not
100% vegan. No.
He's a
He
starchivore.
never said he's 100%. He eats a bit of meat here and there. He's not even 100% vegan. So,
But neither are you.
you know,
Neither
it's
are
like
you.
the fact
You're not vegan. You're a fake vegan.
am.
Remember, you said
Why
it's
not-
okay to eat meat
why-
that you
why-
dumpster dive. You dumpster dive for meat for your cats.
Oh, no fucking way would I eat shit from the dump, man. That shit stinks. I feed the cats outside,
Okay.
man. That shit doesn't tempt me.
Yeah,
I
what do you
ride
say about our
past
low
cat-
stomach acid? What do you say about our low stomach acid? We don't have the same biology as a vegan. I mean, sorry, as a herbivore. We do not have a
We
cecum.
do,
we do not
man.
have. No,
we
no,
are,
we do not.
We are fruit eaters, man.
We
We are fruit
we are-
eaters. This is fruit, man.
We
There's no
cannot-
way a good mango tastes better than a piece of dead meat.
That's
There's no
false. I
fucking
got a
way, man.
fucking yard
There's
full
no
of free
way.
bananas and I never eat them. I got free bananas all
They're
over the
probably
place.
shit bananas.
All over the place. No, they're great bananas.
Probably shit
They're
bananas.
amazing bananas.
Nah, if they were good, you'd eat them.
No.
I agree.
No.
A lot of fruit tastes like ugh. But when you got good fruit, nothing beats
So
that.
people
man.
in Ontario,
Yeah, even if
Canada
I'm-
should be eating fruit.
Why not? Yeah,
Why
why
not?
not? Hey, let's go back. We'll go to that in a second. Let's go back to this insulin thing. We're getting distracted here by the stuff, but we'll get to that though. Yeah, so the insulin is the issue, and so you know nobody following my program has high elevated insulin. If they did, they'd be fucking huge. They'd be anabolic as fuck. All these people.
I thought anybody
yourself,
bigger than you is on
Natasha,
steroids.
really, all
Anyone
these
bigger than
people-
you is on steroids, but they be fucking.
No, no, no.
Probably.
Hold on. Let me get in this because it doesn't matter. You still have to eat the building blocks to grow. You can't just take steroids and not eat protein and not work out and think you're going to grow bigger. That's not how it works. It doesn't matter that you're anabolic. No. You might gain a little bit, like 2-3 pounds, something like because you're
Nah, more
fucking
than that.
coming from an emaciated state.
Dude, you still looked emaciated.
You
Even
know?
at your height of steroid use, you looked like a step past, half past dead. You know, I mean, you look emaciated.
That's right, because I didn't never use as much as you did, or stayed on as long as you have. You know, if I did,
All
I'd be
Okay.
swole.
All right. So what? So you're saying that because insulin is pumping all day long, that they would be swole as fuck, even though they're eating 30 grams of protein a day, and they're not
Yep.
working out. All right. Okay. Let's
No,
move
they
on.
wouldn't,
That's
wouldn't
ridiculous.
necessarily be muscular, but they'd be
Okay.
But
fucking
swole.
heavy. And that's what I think a lot of the anorexics, the adaptive thermogenesis, when someone starves themselves and they go to unlimited calories and they gain a bit of weight, they hit a ceiling. But I would say that the mechanism where their weight comes from is insulin, because the body's just trying to restore some weight, get the estrogen levels up, just get some mass on there, get some healthy tissue going on there. Because when you're anorexic, your estrogen's down, your testosterone's down, everything's down. And so I would say insulin would be the hormone that gets people putting the weight back on. And we see
Yeah.
that with
If the
Freely,
other
we see that with
building
all these
blocks
people.
are, if the other building blocks are in place, such as the working out, such as the high protein diet, you're not going to gain shit. Even myself, I could eat 100 grams of protein a day right now, and if I'm not eating more than that, I'm not going to gain that much muscle mass. It doesn't work like that. You have to eat enough muscle mass. That's why there's the recommendation of 1 gram per pound of body weight to optimize muscle mass.
No, I could put you, I could put you on steroids, and you would fucking, I could put,
It wouldn't be
I could
optimal. though,
I
you
could put
agree.
20 kilos on you, man. Easy.
All right,
with
so
steroids.
if I take an insane
with no
amount of
change
protein-
How much
diet.
could you put on me?
Well, because you're already on, I can still put you on, get you more, increase it. All I do is increase the dosage.
We got some super chats. We got some super chats here. I want to read. NC Rid says, DurianRider, I have evidence you're a paid sugar industry shill. I don't know what that means.
So yeah,
are you a
here's the
paid
thing, so,
sugar industry shill? He says he has evidence. Is there evidence out there?
no, I'm not paid. I get money from bike industry, but I don't get banana. I don't get money from bananas or sugar industry or fruit industry. And I don't get money from any food industry.
Okay, I gotta say, I
So they
am
get
a
free,
paid steroid industry
free
shill.
stuff
I'm
on this.
a paid testosterone and anthate industry shill. Goji Man, NC Rid says, I'm Goji Man's lawyer, just here gathering intel. No, I already read that one. This other guy, Your Brain says, Roston C, PhD versus Vegan Gains. Who wins? I don't know. Is that happening? I'm not sure who Roston C, PhD is. What do you guys think? You guys know that guy? Roston PhD, Roston C, PhD.
I haven't.
I don't know if he's talking about a fight or a
But
debate.
to answer you,
All right. So, and then Wesley says Ivor Cummins shows how seed oils and omega-6 and polyunsaturated fats are the leading cause of arterial plaque and high coronary artery calcium scores. And yeah, Ivor Cummings does a great job with that. Also, Dave Feldman does some really good work on cholesterol. There's a lot of nuance to the cholesterol thing. And so, yeah, check out Cholesterol Code, Dave Feldman, and then also Ivor Cummins does a really good job too. And that's all the super chats.
What people should do as well is check out their CRP levels, their C-reactive protein levels tested. That's the most accurate inflammation marker blood test you can get, the CRP test. People should do that.
People who are on keto is very, very low, though. A lot of people have been doing that. It's become popular, as well as the CAC recommended by Joel Kahn, the coronary artery calcium test. And you got guys like Sean Baker and Eric Berg, who just recently did it, who are huge carnivore proponents or keto
Sean
proponents.
Baker, he looks inflamed as heck. Look how red that dude looks.
Comes back with a
You know, a lot of white people
zero,
do
though,
get
you know what I'm
red
saying?
skin when they go out in the sun a lot. You know, a lot of people do. They get red skin. So
Oh, they take
there's certain populations that do
when I
have
was
red
taking
skin. It's like saying, you know, the people in Africa, they're so sick. Look at their skin's turning black. I mean, you know, white folks get that red skin.
when you take as much steroids as Sean's taken, you're going to get red because your blood pressure's going to go up and your hemoglobin's going to go right up.
His
So
blood
that's if I
pressure
took
is
as
very
much
low.
steroids as he
His
took,
blood
I'd
pressure
look
is
at
very
as
low.
well.
His fasting insulin is super low. His fasting insulin's 0.2.
He looks like a tomato ready to pop.
Okay, well, you could say that, but Sean Baker could also deadlift 5 times your weight, is much stronger than you, and has much better.
Because he's on a shit tons of
No,
steroids.
he's actually
on a shit ton of
showed
steroids, and he trains
Okay,
for it.
so
Well,
I know he's slightly bigger than Tyrion Lannister, so he must be on steroids, right?
What's his height and weight?
What's his height and weight?
6'5", like 240.
Yeah.
You can
It's
totally
huge.
anybody at that 6'5" and that has his genetics can achieve.
I can
that
just look
physique.
at him and guarantee he's
I know,
on
because
steroids.
everybody that you look at that makes you feel insecure is on steroids. I know, it's okay.
That's not true at all.
okay.
That's not true at all. He just is. He has that look.
He's got the look.
I've taken steroids. I train with people. I know what steroids looks like. I know what it feels like. I know what it looks like. And so when I say
I
someone's
mean,
on gear,
cyclists
they're on
do
the
it,
gear.
and they still look tiny, and they do it to basically stay strong and lean as possible,
Correct.
so they have a higher power
What
weight
hap-
ratio.
Yep. So when a cyclist takes testosterone, it's because they're also taking corticosteroids to chew up the muscle. You know, look at Bradley Wiggins or Chris Froome or Contador or Lance Armstrong. You know, any top level cyclists, they're using corticosteroids. You know, prednisones or the other stuff, injections, really powerful shit, and that just strips you right down. But also can lower your testosterone levels. So they'll take like a testosterone gel or cream. They won't do injections because that's too anabolic. They'll do a little bit of testosterone just to bring them up to like low normal level. Too much testosterone as a cyclist makes you a water bag. You will pop up. So I would say cyclists aren't doing testosterone injections. When I did injections, you gain overnight. You gain muscle overnight.
When's the last time you used
the water just goes straight
When's
into
the
your
last time you
muscles?
used a testosterone cream?
Many years ago, probably 2016. 2016. And I would say that it's like, it doesn't do shit. It doesn't do shit.
Okay.
That's why you have to inject if you want to get swole.
Okay.
Testosterone cream would be very popular with cyclists and runners because it doesn't do shit in terms of weight gain, but it will bring up your levels a bit for sure. You speed up your recovery.
What do you say to the vegans that are having injuries that don't heal? What's your take on that?
Yeah, that's everybody, man. I meet that every other running race this morning. I met people. You know, I was one guy there. I had a conversation this morning. A few guys and girls out there, they're injured. They got hamstring injury, they got hip injury, they got surgery. You know, and one of them was vegan, the rest weren't. I'm like, you guys, you can't fucking train. You can't run with an injury. It's gonna get worse.
Right,
It's not gonna heal.
Here's what I got to say, though. Again, like with the teeth thing, where I had something very specific to compare it to, like no cavities for 15 years, and then all of a sudden 4 cavities in a year and a half on vegan, right? So like that's the comparison for me. And then when I get off veganism, I healed all the injuries I had as a vegan. Like,
Oh, now you're not riding your bike as much.
I'm not riding my bike at all. I haven't tested
There you
that. I
go.
would like to test that.
There you
I would like.
go.
Hold on.
So
Hold on though. I gave myself a year window from a very minor hamstring tear, and I popped on a bike in Hawaii, and within 20 minutes, that same exact injury was back without like it was like the same day. Like it felt as if a day hadn't passed, is what I mean. Like there was zero healing involved in that. And like I said, with my chest, I pulled a pec tear in Hawaii, and I gave it months. Like I would even let go a month or two without training. I'd come back, boom. It was like a day hadn't passed in healing terms. Nothing happened. I go back on the meat, bunch of collagen, bunch of all the protein, everything. Good to go. Good to go. And the thing is that vegans, they don't have anything to compare it to. So they really don't know. You got guys like Chris Kendall. He just made a video the other day saying he's broken his wrist a bunch of times, but it heals quick. It's like, well, why are you breaking your wrist so much in the first place? You know, there's all kinds of things that we can say.
Because he's skating.
Yeah, I know.
Look at the injuries skaters get, man. It's horrendous. Like, there's not many skaters out there who are Chris's age. They're all fucked. Even Tony Hawk. You know, like they got crazy injuries, man. And
yeah, if you look at Chris's body, he's very, and I consider him a successful long-term vegan. Just so you know, I would like to actually interview him and see what the hell he's doing to see how these people are actually lasting long term like this. Because a lot of people do not make it even 4 or 5 years. I mean, I'm sure you've even noticed like 4 or 5 years in is typically when that's like the window where people are just like the make it or break it hump. They run out of all their natural stores. They're either gonna make it or they're not.
Natural stores of what?
Vitamins, minerals, whatever the hell they have. My body.
I disagree with that. You die, man. You would die.
But I ate your diet. I ate your damn diet, dude.
And your fitness was gradually going up, yeah?
Fitness?
You said you were fitter then than you are now, yeah. If I put you on a bike in 2016 or 2017 or whatever, you'd flog yourself.
Absolutely. Absolutely, I would flog myself at the peak of my cycling compared to now.
He was training cycling then. He's not training cycling now.
Right. But okay, like, let's talk about what my gains are right now. I could not do this as a vegan, no matter what.
You can't do it as a cyclist. You can't do it as a cyclist. Not as a vegan, but you can't do it as a cyclist.
If I jumped on my bike right now and I trained as much as I used to train, I would be better than the vegan version of myself. 1,000,000%. And just so you...
No way. In keto, in low carb, you can't do it, man.
I would eat enough carbs that I needed to. That's not the point. The point is I would be gaining more strength.
I thought this is carnivore.
You can have carbohydrates on an all animal food diet, man. I just drank a liter of milk, man. There's probably, I don't know how many grams of carbs in a liter of milk, but
I'm probably on average.
It's like 12 per cup. It's like 12 grams of carbs.
It's like 2 bananas.
Yeah, so
my brother, by the way, my brother is an omnivore.
Carnivore calves.
My brother is an omnivore. He took over my bicycle, my beloved TCR, hot green. He smoked my fucking times. He casually rides. He rides lunch breaks with his work crew, and he has like top 10s in Orange County here in Southern California. Which he smokes me up the hills. He would smoke me in a flat line for sure, way stronger. But again, he's just on a regular old diet, omnivore. And I was over there training like a fucking professional cyclist, trying to be Christopher wannabe, DurianRider Mini. And yeah, I was a hot shot out there. But again, if I would have stacked up against his training right now, the amount of training I was doing compared to his, he would blow me off the road.
Yeah, he's been riding longer than you. He's got some sort of background in cycling.
No, the same. He just has bigger musculature because he's... No, he does not.
That's not true.
He took over my bike.
I can take 2 years off the bike and not ride, and then come back 2 years later and ride for a month and still be flying.
He has no endurance background whatsoever. No endurance background whatsoever, and no gym background, really. Just literally a regular guy that decided that cycling sounded cool. He has a motocross background. He's been riding motorcycles for a while, but that's not a whole lot of...
How long has he been riding bikes for?
Dirt bikes since we were kids, maybe 12, 13 years old. But that doesn't mean his... It's not like it's something that he's been at the track 2-3 times a week getting this endurance.
When did he get his first road bike?
He had his first road bike around the same time that I got my first one, but he took over my TCR after I was done with it. And so he's been riding the TCR on lunch breaks.
Yeah, did you do track? So he's training other people. Did you do track in high school or soccer or some sort of cardio?
None of that. Like, I'm telling you, it's hard to believe, I know, but our training was very comparable. If not, I trained harder than he did. And he just has a lot more muscle mass in his legs. He's able to gain power more than I was able to gain. Like,
it sounds like the different genetics. If your brother's got more muscle in his legs than you, that's very, very unusual. Because I've got 2 older brothers. Most of them, actually, Julian's gone vegan, but his fitness has gone up. But Jason, he eats meat, and I could flog him, pelling with my hands.
But does he train?
But exactly, animal diet. But all our legs are the same looking. So if your brother's legs are different to yours, that would indicate that's quite.
So you're saying your brother, you can smoke your brother just because you eat your 30 bananas a day? That's like the superpowers of the magic bananas you talked about earlier. That's what's going on.
No, I'm still going to train.
Here's what I say.
What about Zach Bitter, who has the world record in the 100-mile marathon, and he's been eating a carnivorous diet.
He's a
He's a
fraud.
fraud. Okay, cool. He's a fake
fraud,
natty.
man.
Is he fake natty too?
He's eating these in his running races, man. He's eating
Well, he eats the
sugar.
gel in his running race,
You know
but
what I
he's
mean?
fat adapted, and
Yeah, that's like me saying. That's like me getting on stage and being a fake natty bodybuilder,
Fake
and then I don't
natty.
use steroids that week and go, "Hey guys, I'm
fake
natural."
natty.
It's like,
Yeah, but
come
the
on,
point is
man.
he has the muscle from the meat and all the healing from the meat, and he's building the proper
fat
muscles and on
adapted. He's
tendons
fat
and all that shit
adapted,
with the
and he
amino
has
acids.
super endurance from the fat
And he's fat
adaptation, and he
adapted.
doesn't need as many of the gels.
If we're talking about Zach or your brother,
We're talking about Zach. My brother eats just a whatever omnivore junk food, regular sad diet basically.
But Zach's a fake
and he
natty.
fucking crushes me.
Your brother's a
let's
fake natty.
see
dude.
Zach go out and do. Let's see Zach go out and do do a marathon against Sage Kennedy or some of these other vegan
Okay,
runners.
yeah, that's
Let's see Zach go
DurianRider.
and
You know
beat
how
a Kenyan
DurianRider.
runner.
You know how stupid that argument. It's like me saying, "Oh, I can bench."
No one cares about.
What if I
100-mile
said, "What if I
races,
said, oh, I can bench press more than you, therefore my diet's better than you"? It means nothing, dude. It's like saying I could do a better kickflip than you, therefore my diet's better than you. It means fucking shit. It means nothing. It's a terrible argument.
I
Even
agree,
Ted
but
Carr is benching 200. Even Ted Carr is
you're
benching
saying
200
that
pounds.
vegans die. Vegans can't do
Vegans
shit.
die.
and,
Yes,
I'll
vegans die.
flog
All
you in a
vegans
running
die.
race.
All meat eaters die, Durian. Every one of them.
Yeah, but you're trying to say that I've been vegan 18 years, but how come I'm still so fit and I don't do that much training? I'm consistent.
Oh,
But
dude,
it's
that
the
is a
diet,
lie.
man.
Hold up, dog. Your fucking little amount of training is bullshit, bro. I ran your numbers every year since like the last 10 years. You're averaging like 20 to 25 miles a day on a bicycle. Plus.
That's fuck all.
Like 365 days a year, you're averaging more time on a bicycle than a fucking like 99.9% of the world. Stay fit.
It's just
As
so
long
funny
as you
that
do
DurianRider, he'll admit that the arguments he makes for his diet and the way he sells it are fallacious and they make no sense, but he still pushes it because that's how he gets these little girls to follow him and to come to his little Thai fruit festival.
Oh.
He gets these little girls to come to his Thai fruit festival and they're DurianRider, he's so cool. Oh yeah, I'll help you out, girl. I'll help you out, mate.
But
I help you out. You start a
Here's
YouTube
the
channel.
thing,
You
though,
promote veganism. Go
Yeah, I
dumpster
do-
dive for some meat. Eat the dumpster dive meat. It's all right,
yeah.
mate. Go ahead. What you got to say, Dorian?
and then yes, but but my training is consistent. But if you compare it to other guys who are as fit as me, it's fuck all, and that is nutrition. And I see all the guys in Adelaide. Some of them love me, or some of them hate me.
With
but
the
they're
use
all
of
these
some
fast
steroids.
dudes. They're going, high carb, low fat vegan, and they're using power meters and they're spinning, and they're just destroying some of my times. So it's catching on big time. So
Well, then-
that's.
Why aren't all the professional cyclists at the top levels high carb, low fat
Any
vegan?
professional like Olympic athletes?
A lot of them are, man. A lot of them are. Peter Sagan.
Peter
Peter
Sagan is
Sagan.
not fucking vegan.
He's not vegan, but he definitely eats a lot of vegan
you
meals.
see, you're
Doesn't-
man. I mean, what? You're so slimy. Here's a cute kitty. Here's a cute kitty. Oh man, I think it's so befitting that you.
Wave Natasha
That's
back
true,
up.
man.
Where's Natasha at? Get the cat out of here.
Yeah, Drew just wants your girlfriend. He don't want the cat. He wants your naked girlfriend.
Wasting my time, dude.
Oh man.
No, seriously, Peter Sagan, he comes to Twitter Under, and I've ridden with him a few times. He knows if I watch my videos, have a bit of chat. He eats vegan meals. When he's here in Adelaide, he orders
He
vegan
eats
meals.
vegan
in the
meals.
hotel.
He's not vegan, dude.
Yeah.
Loads of
Okay,
people
all
eat
right.
vegan meals. Come on. Your
Exactly.
cats eat
They're still
vegan
getting their-
meals.
their
Your cat's
protein.
Because
vegan.
it's healthier. High carb, low fat's healthier. Cat's not vegan. Cat eats vegan meals, it's not vegan. But no, so a lot of these pro cyclists, man, Chris Froome and that, Geraint Thomas, they're all fucking tweaking their diet. You go on their Instagram or stuff like that, you'll see them eating vegan food. I've trained with Chris Froome, a few
While they're
times.
carbing up. Yeah, we agree.
Every
They're
day
gonna
they're
carb the
carbing
fuck up. Yeah, because they
Yeah.
have to for their sport.
There's nothing wrong with
right.
carbohydrates.
But
What
they're
we're saying is
also-
that a vegan diet is completely deficient. There's something wrong with vegan diet. For many people, it doesn't work. High carb, nothing wrong with high carb, man. If you're an athlete, you want to do high carb, do it. If you're trying to be a bodybuilder, you want carbs.
I smash rice. I think it's a good
I just drank
carb.
some
Like
carbs.
white rice.
I
is
just
clean.
had some
It's-
carbs.
Yeah, milk, all that.
But I thought carnivores no carbs, just milk and meat.
Milk,
Is
meat,
milk
water.
not
I mean,
carbs?
that's
what about honey?
some people are doing that.
Honey, I'll do honey
Not milk.
sometimes. There's no dogma, man. We don't give a shit.
Water,
We
salt.
don't care what people eat. The thing is, people trying to tell everyone else what to eat. Right? We're trying to tell everybody else, no, you can't eat your meat. We're going to abolish meat. Right? We're going to force this sterilization diet on you.
DurianRider is not
that's the thing, is
hardcore
people
ethics.
say
He's not an ethical vegan at all. He's already told us. The vegans are going to hate you after this because you admitted you
He
gave your
gets it, he
cats
gets
meat,
it.
man. They're going to make videos tomorrow. DurianRider was never really vegan.
DurianRider is going to be eating meat before he
Where's
hit 20
dude?
years
Freely's
vegan,
gonna make a
bottom fucking
video
line.
about you were never really vegan, huh? She's gonna make that now.
Oh,
Oh shit!
worse when you get the
No.
you're never really vegan.
Freely's about to nail you.
That's why
dude.
Freely's vegan for life because she knows that it's just easy.
Oh,
man.
she's going with
it's
shit. She's going
rice,
down with
it's
shit.
fruit. You know, it's not about ethics. It's fucking easy, man, to do what we're doing. It's
Then
fucking
why do
easy.
so many people
Yeah,
fail?
enough
at it? Why do
carbohydrate.
so many people fail, dude? Why?
Because they have mental health issues, they have eating disorders, they're trying to get some crazy results. I love doing diet fads and shit, and they just get caught up in it, man. So they
No,
get,
I had bad digestion. I was farting it up, eating a banana
That's not
smoothie.
with farting.
Oh,
Oh,
DR, how's
farting.
the bloat? Let's talk about it.
What
Dude. Let's
about
talk
bloating?
about it.
Yeah, is
How's
farting
how's the
healthy?
gas?
Is it normal?
Farting, yeah. Rip it up. As long as
Nah,
you're not
dude.
splitting your pants, it's all right.
No, you.
Now, here's the thing. How would you smell as a carnivore? As eating
I
on
smell
meat?
fucking great, man. My wife doesn't have
would-
any complaints.
Nah,
I
man.
smell great.
Your nose must be blocked. Nose must be blocked.
It's not-
Cat shit stinks, man. These cats did a shit the other day. I was like, man, that shit stinks.
That's because you're feeding them fucking carbs, bro. You know that.
No, I feed them
bacteria
raw
eats
meat.
sugar. Not all of it. You said you give them
raw
some
meat.
rice and other stuff. You said that.
Very, very rarely do they eat rice. These cats are probably 98% raw carnivore.
You ever heard of toxoplasmosis? What
That's-
do you think about toxoplasmosis?
Yeah,
What do you think about that?
I think I had that. I think I had that the other week until I took that prednisone pill.
You think the prednisone knocked out your
That shit worked
toxoplasmosis?
strong.
You think the prednisone knocked it out?
I don't know. And then I'm in the shop and I see this echinacea vitamin C. I just caught it out in a glimpse of my eye, and I'm like, I'm gonna try that stuff because I had it 18 years ago when I had another cat issue, and man, that worked so well.
Do you think
if there's
that?
anyone out there got a cat allergy, take a higher dose vitamin C, echinacea. For me, I slept with a cat last night on my pillow, and
Do
then
you
I won the
think,
running race this morning. I could breathe really well.
I'll try that. I'm actually allergic to cats. But do you think that?
Try it, man.
Do you think that the meat
Echinacea
eaters, the
vitamin C.
carnivores, who are having all this amazing digestive relief, do you think that that's bullshit, or what do
They're
you
fake
think?
natties. They're lying. They're fake carnivores.
No, I don't deny that. I'm interested in the mechanics of how, because meat has no fiber in it.
Fiber,
You just-
correct.
Because it
you
has
go.
no fiber.
no,
The
no.
point is it has no fiber.
no.
And fiber is unnecessary.
Let's explain this.
But we need
No, we
fiber.
don't.
No, we do not. Let's fill them in on this. So hydrochloric acid, potassium chloride, and something else I forgot breaks down the meat into basically liquid. Your small intestine absorbs all that shit into your body. Let's say you just eat a pure meat meal. There's probably like 1% of whatever you eat volume is making it to your colon on 100% meat. That's why all of us are shitting like once every 5 days if we go legit 100% pure meat and water. You're barely ever pooping. And there's
Constipation.
no gas. No. There's zero gas. There's zero gas, zero bloat. So with fiber, though, the fiber goes in your colon. It starts fermenting because all this pathogenic bacteria comes in there, starts breaking it down into short-chain
Some are
fatty acids, which is
pathogenic.
what
Some
it's
aren't
supposed to do.
pathogenic. Right?
Some are okay. And well, if we had to seek them, we would be providing our own bacteria, but we don't. So it's coming from other sources or whatever. And then we're absorbing some of this short-chain fatty acid into our colons, up to 10% of our daily calorie allowance. So
Hey, keep your
like,
girlfriend
things
out of
like,
this. You're trying to
cows-
distract him with your girlfriend, Durian. Don't you do that.
Yeah. So, where was I? Anyways, the meat is no issue there. No issue there. It's not rotting. It's gone. There's nothing there. Nothing there to rot.
It's constipation.
No, it's not constipation because when you poop, it's like a little turd, like nothing, versus a banana smoothie. I know you know what I'm talking about. The fucking rope shits that are fucking 14 inches long.
But there's even been
that's
studies.
different.
Clean.
Clean.
There have
No,
even been
it's not.
studies. DurianRider. There have been studies of people. They did a study with like 60 participants, and they actually weeded out the people who had like a blocked colon. So they made sure that there weren't any blockages in their gut. And these were people who experienced constipation. What they did was they took them and they put them on a low fiber, a no fiber, or a high fiber, or low fiber, a no fiber, or a high fiber diet. Right. When they did that, I think it was about 30% of people on the low fiber diet had constipation symptoms still. On the high fiber diet, all of the people still had constipation symptoms. On the no fiber diet, none of them did. So fiber, and there have been several studies showing that fiber is actually causing constipation, and the removal of fiber can remove all the symptoms of constipation in these people. So I mean, it's not just anecdote, dude. A lot of people experience it. It's real.
Well, the people I coach up and that, I mean, shitting every 5 days, man.
That's not what we're talking
that's-
about. We're
to
talking
me,
about
that's
one
constipation.
clean bowel movement per day, one wipe wonder.
Every 5
No.
days.
If you're
Come on.
depends what you're eating. Like I've gone 5 days. And we're talking about if I'm eating straight steak and water.
If I do
For,
steak
like, the
and
first
water, I shit
month
every
fresh.
day,
Colon
once
cancer,
a day.
man.
Really? Okay.
Colon
I don't
cancer.
know. For me, that's like not clearing out the.
There's
the
also
waste
been
products
studies proving that
fast
there's
enough.
no the dietary fiber doesn't improve. What is it? The thing, diverticulitis and diverticulosis. The removal of dietary fiber
Yeah,
improves
who
it.
funded that? The egg industry.
Funded by the egg industry. Okay, yeah.
Egg industry
Okay.
funded that. I mean, here's
Egg
even
industry,
studies.
bald
I mean,
man
vegans can
bad,
fund
egg
them, the
industry
vegans can fund
shill,
them.
steroids.
Studies that reliably.
Okay. I'm sure they were on steroids. The
Yeah.
researchers.
And
too.
they were how reliable. I like to do real world
Yeah.
examples.
Same,
That's what
same.
like,
And we agree.
I'm
after
all
coaching
about it too, man.
thousands
And
of
all the
people.
real world examples of women and
Yeah.
some men, but it's mostly women that fall under your little spell. Young women, especially. Mostly young women, and you love it. You know it.
Hot
You
hot
know it.
young
I know you do. Yeah.
Hot women.
Yeah, but no, the ones that.
But here's the thing: how come all my girlfriends are so fucking hot, and they don't come to me hot?
Okay.
You know, like Freely, she was overweight.
Freely
And
was
she
a
become smoking.
Botox-filled rat in a fucking,
No. That's not true at all.
skeletal woman shooting up Botox and have fake titties. Come on.
Everybody that age uses Botox.
well,
you know what I mean? Yeah, you can go get Botox and a boob job today. It doesn't make you hot.
Well, you haven't seen me with
Doesn't make you
Botox and a
hot.
boob job yet.
I walk past fit people every day who've got Botox. It doesn't make you hot. You know, if you look, at Freely, she got a great physique, and a lot of women love that physique. That's what made her
Freely has
famous.
a
And I
fucking
said to her
4-inch
before she
thigh
was
gaps
famous,
that
I
she
said,
looks like she's dying, dude. Freely looks like she's dying.
nah, to some people.
Look, we're
she
about
does.
real world
I get
examples
that,
too,
but
man. Look,
most
I'm
people
just
love
like
her
you. I'm
physique.
about the real world examples, and I can't tell you how many clients have come to me after doing your diet, and their health is wrecked in so many different ways. Libido tanks, fertility goes away, they lose their period. The women, they get their thyroid hormone problems. They sometimes gain weight. They sometimes
They're not
get
eating enough.
underweight.
They're doing something.
They're doing something wrong.
Tori gained weight. Tori gained weight, and she was cycling a lot too.
She's skinny as fuck. She's lean.
She got a little bit of that insulin belly going, that little skinny fat belly.
That's
I
natural.
watched
It's
her
good
for-
because of the
I watched
fiber,
her.
man. It's good.
She needed to gain a little
Oh,
bit, man.
you're nuts, dude. You're fucking nuts.
Seriously, it's not healthy to be.
And
too
I'm
lean.
interested to see what happened to Tasha, because you see what you do to her, because that she was super tight going into it. So if her stomach starts getting soft, we'll know whose fault it is.
Here's the thing: you got to look at long term. So why isn't if fruit makes you fat, how come Freely went from fat?
We didn't
to
say it
lean?
makes you fat
How come she
necessarily.
lost
Your
20
diet it
kilos?
doesn't necessarily make you fat. If you eat all fruit diet, you're gonna get skinny, sarcopenia.
How come Freely
You're gonna
never
get
lost a period?
sarcopenia. What are you talking about? She said losing your period is a form of enlightenment. You losing your period is
No, it's
is
not.
great.
She
It means
did.
you've detoxed.
She has videos on
It
it.
means you detoxed. You're detoxing if you. Come on. You
have less blood, yeah, for sure. Less PMS symptoms.
She
that's
said that
good,
losing
but you
your
still need to
period.
be
She said that
ovulating.
losing your period is a good thing, and you know it.
We need more context there. Freely had a period every month, almost every month, for 9 years.
I know of
Same
several
with
girls
Tori,
that
same with
lost
Natasha.
period.
Dude,
Yeah, because they're not eating enough.
Freely
Or
looks
they're on a
like,
constant
dude,
pill.
Freely looks.
They got
Freely
fucked
looks like
up.
she's dying, man. She's manic depressive. She's got crazy eyes. Her freaking face is more sucked into skeletal than yours. This poor woman, like, I hope she gets freaking help,
He can't
man.
say anything about it. He can't.
He
can't
knows.
comment on it,
He
but
knows, man.
He knows.
But it's all,
He
yeah.
knows.
Look at.
That's just her getting passionate behind the camera. And she got a bit of stress in her life.
Hey, McDougal was pretty
people do.
passionate
Yeah,
yesterday.
you see
but,
McDougal.
he was,
check out McDougal getting passionate behind the camera.
I didn't see
He's
it.
just got full-on dementia symptoms, man. A lot of these people on these high fruit diets, they get dementia symptoms very young, very young.
But what about all these raw carnivore people like Agenus? He had a heart attack and fell off a roof and died.
You just
What
made
about
that up.
He was a raw
August
meat
didn't
eater.
die from falling off a heart attack. He fell off of a roof.
He did, man. He had
Dude,
a heart
all right.
attack and
You
fell off a roof
the
and
fact that you're
died.
so funny. Look,
R.I.P.
all right. Look,
Rest
I
in
gotta
peace.
give it to you, Durian. I gotta give it to you, Durian.
Thailand,
I gotta give it
man.
to you, Durian. For a fruitarian, or a fake vegan fruitarian, was never really vegan because you're not ethical vegan, right? For a not vegan fruitarian, you're kind of sharp and you're really good at manipulating audiences and people. But just because you can manipulate people, it doesn't mean you're right, man. Like Drew and I are hip to what you're doing. Drew and I are as smart as you are. We know you're gay, man. I think it's funny. I can have a
I
laugh
love
too.
it. Great.
I think you're hilarious, dude. I hope you stay on YouTube for a very long time because it's funny, dude. It's
Same.
funny.
And that primal fucking what's the name? Sally Fallon, man. What about Sally Fallon, man? She looks like a fucking
Loads
tugboat.
of people are overweight that
Same
eat
with
meat.
Jimmy Moore.
Yeah, look at Jimmy
And
Moore.
Jimmy
Jimmy Moore
Moore,
looks
man.
like shit. There's
I've seen-
loads of people who eat meat that look
met
like
Jimmy
shit.
Moore.
There's loads of people who eat meat that look like shit.
I met Jimmy Moore.
Look at, I mean, what, we're just gonna name off all the
Dude's fucking
we're gonna
obese,
talk about all the
man.
vegans that have poor health. Look at all these people failing on the vegan diet. Come on, man.
the people that are doing it
Name me
right,
Name?
the people that do
Sorry.
carnivore right don't get fat and have good
Yeah.
results. The people who do veganism right have very shoddy, average, poor
Yeah, and
results.
suffer
Like,
through the whole
1 out
thing.
of 10 has good
They
results.
suffer through the whole
It's
thing.
true,
They're all
bro.
lean.
Lean.
Name one fat, high carb, low fat vegan educator.
Name one.
They're all
Name
lean,
one.
man.
Educator. Yeah, who's that
Yeah, he
educator?
puts the little
Neil
addendum at the end, right?
Bernard or, you
Nice
know.
addendum.
But all those
Anyone-
doctors
anyone
are
who's out
super.
there-
Those doctors don't
They're
look
lame.
very healthy. Their necks all sucked
Look at
out,
Dr.
and they're
Greger.
not. It's not like they're a professional athlete or anything like that. They're
all
like.
over fucking
Look at
80,
Dr. Greger.
You know?
I mean, look at my boy Ted Carr. He's a fruitarian and he's got a little extra chub on him right now. How is that even possible? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on there? That's an insulin resistance.
So, and Ted doesn't have insulin resistance. He's
That's
probably doing
long-term
steroids or whatever
insulin-
he's doing, you know?
Ted's over there benching 200 pounds. What do you think, Dr? Let's get some
Fake
commentary
natty.
on that.
Yeah, well, that's you know,
Fake natty.
Ted can do a bit about that.
Ted can do
But
a
when-
video about that.
But when I was training with Ted in Thailand, and then he started introducing sugar to his diet.
You said
his
Ted.
fruit.
You said Ted popped right off the back the first time that you saw him on Doist Tep.
Yeah, he got
right off the bat.
smoked.
Yeah.
And then he started adding sugar to his diet, and his performance went next level, man. His performance boosted. We're like, fuck, that's crazy. You know, sugar is so powerful. Sugar's like,
Sprite.
In the
More powerful
context
than any
of
drug.
that specific
Okay.
thing, yes, I agree.
in terms of
you
performance,
need
like,
energy.
sugar is like, wow.
Unless you're fat
So,
adapted.
Yeah,
your body
obviously
can run both.
carbohydrates have their place. Nobody's here saying that you should eat no carbohydrates. We're just here saying that a vegan all carb, 80-10-10 diet is retarded. And you're so dishonest. You're just constantly slipping and
No.
sliding. Come on, man. DurianRider. Like, I think it's all right. Here, let me just
And
look, man. I think it is
fat
so
adaptation is
apt
bullshit,
that
by
you
the way.
decided to name yourself after a slimy, stinky little fruit. I think it is so perfect that you name yourself after a slimy, stanky, pungent little fruit. Damn, dude. What did you just eat? Is that a gel? The gel pack?
Got egg in it.
That was just some Cliff
Okay.
Blocks. Sponsored, not sponsored.
I'd love to see DurianRider go. I'd love to see DurianRider go just carb up enough to what he needs for his rides and do 100% carnivore on the side of that. I bet you he would just his performance would even get.
You're not an
crazier.
ethical vegan. Why not
I've
try
done
out
that,
eating
man.
some meat? No, you
I
didn't
did
do
that.
that.
I did
You,
that before I was
see how
vegan. I did
dishonest
all
you
the
are. You
fucking
say
diet
you were doing a
experiments.
paleo diet before it existed. You say you did a keto diet before it existed.
was.
You come on, man. You're so dishonest.
Mark Sisson was promoting it.
You're so snaky, man. You're so snaky.
I was like reading Lowen Cordain stuff back when I was started personal training back in '99.
Look at Mark Sisson's health compared to all these other
Fake natty.
vegan educators. That guy looks amazing.
He's
Fake
a
natty.
big fake fucking.
You admitted to be fake
He went
natty. This is
steroids
what's
big time,
funny.
though.
Like I said earlier, you project exactly what you do onto these other people, and we've seen it over the years, man.
I ain't building. One, I don't have this impressive muscular physique. I got a physique of a cyclist marathoner.
Okay.
Two, my performance times are indicative of me taking performance-enhancing drugs. I'm not a doper. I have taken stuff for personal experimentation, but I've never stayed on, got the full benefits as an athlete. So I'm not the person out there saying, hey, I've got this massive muscular physique natural like Mark Sisson and Sean Baker, who are clearly, in my opinion, using anabolic steroids.
I don't know about Mark
And
Sisson, but
effective
I have
amounts.
spoken to Sean Baker and watching him over the years. The guy is an outlier as far as his size goes. 6'5" tall. He's a big dude, but you don't need steroids to get that physique, man. He's not like ripped and
Right.
He's definitely on
dude.
steroids.
You don't need
He's not
steroids.
super lean and jacked.
He's not like, I mean, you look at these bodybuilders, these guys that are so huge.
So the Rock's natural as
The
well?
Rock, come on, like I don't think The Rock is natural, right? But there are outliers, right? There might be some guys that are pretty dang big and not on steroids. I mean, what about these big vegans? People say that guys like they say, oh, John.
Of course they're on steroids
What about
as well.
John Venus?
Corey
John
McCarthy,
Venus, Corey
John
McCarthy.
Venus,
John
Brian
Venus got a great
Turner.
physique on a vegan diet. Seems to be doing well compared to a lot of people. Is he a fake natty? Or you won't say because he's
Nah,
vegan.
he uses chickpea and anthate.
Chickpea and anthate.
If you soak your chickpeas, the anabolic compounds go through the roof like 98 times more.
I got some super chats here. Read these super chats.
Vegans don't use
Let me read these
steroids.
super chats, and then I think Drew looks like he's itching to ask you some more questions. And then I don't want to go too long because
Yeah.
2 hours is, usually 2 hours is a good time for a stream.
No, let's wrap it. We're good.
You guys run out of carbs.
Yeah, we're gonna go carb up. Cholesterol is divided in two particles, HDL and LDL, but LDL is divided into two subparticles, LDLA, good, LDLB, atherogenic. LDLB forms from carbs, says Alberto Martin. $5. Thanks, Alberto. You guys have anything to say about that one?
Didn't know that. I'll have to get that from
It's
Mark
a
K.
nuanced thing. It's a nuanced thing. So
Yeah.
I think insulin levels and insulin resistance and chronic inflammation are the best indicators of cardiovascular disease. As far as like the top researchers that I've seen, guys like Ivor Cummins, calls himself the Fat Emperor, and then also Dave Feldman. A lot of these guys who I've talked to over the years, they've got a really good perspective on this. So check out their work. Julian DiCiani says Sprite, fruit in a can. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, simple sugars.
Simple sugars, all right.
Simple sugars.
Vegan, Sprite is vegan.
Sprite is vegan.
And
I mean, here's the thing: most Sprite these days got artificial sweeteners in it, which I don't recommend. One, they're toxic. Two, they don't give you the sugar your brain needs. Brain runs on glucose.
Now, what do you think about these big corporations like, this is my own question, Tyson Foods, creating the Beyond Burger? You have billionaires like Bill Gates investing in a lot of these companies. What do you think about these massive processed food companies being so supportive of veganism? And you say Sprite is vegan, drink the Sprite. Do you think that that is like really good as far as the health of the planet that you say you're so worried about because there's too many babies, there's too many nasty CO2 breathing human beings? Do you think that it's cool that these companies are going vegan? What do you think about that?
I think it's fucking awesome, man. But we got 7 billion people on the planet. We ain't gonna feed them on grass-fed Ecuadorian pasture-raised cows. I mean, too much land. We need literally probably 16 or 20 planets to feed everyone your carnivore diet.
And how much? You as an
well.
Australian you as a guy that lives in a city, you think that it's your right to decide what other people should eat and how we should feed the planet. And there's not enough resources, even though people aren't starving. We have an overabundance of food. The U.S. more than 30% of the food gets thrown away. You think that? It might be like as high as 50. I think that's kind of dishonest, man.
So,
most food gets thrown away. We have an overabundance of food. This whole overpopulation thing.
Agree.
The whole overpopulation thing is nonsense.
Fat most meat eaters are.
It's nonsense. All right, so let me see. Why is Dr. Greger bald? Oh yeah, right. Because people only go bald because of lack of veganism, right? So why is Dr. Greger bald?
Oh, he's not on steroids like you, but I don't know.
Because he's not on steroids like me. Okay.
It's just genetics.
Cool.
Yeah. But, hey, here's the thing. Greger's not even a vegan.
Yes, he is.
Dr. Greger isn't a vegan. No, he's not.
Why do these vegans? Oh, he's not even a vegan. Why not?
He's not. I asked him. He's never claims to be 100% vegan. He's in it for the money. He makes millions off his book. Claims it's non-profit.
Yeah. So he's like you. He's not really a vegan. He just wants to make money off the movement. Great. Okay, so thanks, guys. This has been hilarious. Durian Cheater is a snake, says Brett. He thinks you're a snake. Okay. What do you think? Are you a snake?
I'm a monkey.
Cool. All right. He is a monkey. Okay.
Well, hopefully
someone in the
people
comments
got
says,
something out of this.
why are you a vegan? Someone says, why are you a vegan? Well, I'm vegan for the last 18 years. I don't believe we need animal products to thrive or survive on today's planet. I've got these options. I can eat rice, I can eat fruit, I can eat corn, I can eat all these plants. For me, the thought of killing an animal, for me to eat it, when I've got other options, it doesn't make any sense to me. So that's why I don't eat meat. I don't do the milk, etc.
All right. So Kelly Banana.
Have I eaten?
Go ahead.
Have I eaten animal products in the last 18 years? Accidentally, maybe. In solid flies, yes. People have made food for me. Maybe there's a bit of trace element dairy in there, for sure. But have I ever consciously said, oh, I need to eat some meat today. I need to eat an egg today. I need to eat some fish. I need to drink some... No, hasn't happened. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And I've done it in the past. So I'm not this die-hard vegan like that. I've done all the experimentation pre-vegan days, and I'm happy.
Well, it's funny because you seem to go like this when anybody talks about the failure rates of your diet. I mean, you act like you're open, but then
people don't have the support.
They don't have the support, so they're not going to
They don't know how to eat enough. Their boyfriend or their girlfriend's like, "What are you doing this vegan thing?"
They moved to Hawaii.
Workmates. They moved to Hawaii and they hang out with these space cadet.
Because Hawaii.
Evan Rock fucking types who are just like la la la. And
Evan Rock said he feels way better on meat. 10 years vegan.
He's getting enough calories now.
Natty. Oh, calories, okay.
He's not a fake natty. He's skinny as. Calories. Evan Rock, I remember him going to Thailand and he was like abusing the fuck out of this receptionist saying, "Do you have internet? What's the Wi-Fi part?" He's just going crazy. And then he's out there playing his guitar and just doing these vegan fuckboy moves and stuff.
I've heard some
but
stories
he
about you
wasn't-
too. I've heard some
he
abuse
wasn't
stories about you
legit.
too. We don't need
Yeah,
to
we
go
don't want to talk. We don't want to
We
get
can
into
go
the
there.
abuse stuff because I think everybody's heard some
We
stories.
can let's go there. Let's go there.
Maybe another
we don't
time.
have
We don't
enough
have
time,
time,
dude.
man. We'll do it another time if you want.
Okay.
All right. So then,
I'll answer any
all
questions.
right. We noticed, man. You've been a sport, and for that we appreciate it. And you're pretty damn funny sometimes. So all right. So Kelly Banana Belly says you're debating the wrong person. You can't take anything Dr. says seriously. Debate someone who knows what they're talking about, like Dr. Bernard. I don't know who that is. Dr. Barnard?
You should check him out. PCRM.org.
Okay. Eslam.
Yeah, I don't know how that guy gets like he says he can reverse type 2 diabetes in 95% of cases, except when
He can.
diabetics do his diet. Like even Vegetable Police tried his thing, and he was showing the blood glucose after
Veggie
fruit meals.
Police, man. That dude's a fucking.
He busted out the
man.
blood glucose. He busted out the blood glucose monitor. You can't. The numbers don't lie. You know, my
Look at my
uncle
blood
was.
glucose. Veggie Police is a fucking fraud.
Fake
man.
Natty?
That dude is a total fraud. He's not. Oh no, he's no. Maybe he
My-
experimented, but he's not.
My
a fake
uncle's
natty.
been type 2
He's
diabetic
skinny, he looks
for.
ill.
Hang on,
no
my uncle's
fitness.
been type 2 diabetic for 30 years, and his doctor just recently put him on a ketogenic diet. No mention of high carb, low fat vegan diet to help with type 2 diabetes. Like I think that Neil Barnard is doing his own studies. I'm not sure how peer reviewed these things are, but you know, no mainstream doctors are putting people on a high carb diet on diabetes. It just does not happen.
Yeah, and there are
It works,
clinical
though.
studies.
I mean, doctors don't know shit most
There are
of
loads
them.
of clinical studies showing, full reversal of type 2 diabetes on a ketogenic low carb diet. I mean, it's
Exactly.
But it's
undeniable.
not sustainable though. It would work.
What are you talking
man.
about? People
You
have been
can't
doing it
sustain
for
that.
years.
You're never gonna eat.
How is it unsustainable?
You're never gonna eat rice or pasta or pizza again. Bread.
I don't
fruit,
give a
fuck
shit
that. No
about
one's doing that.
rice, pasta, or pizza, man. No.
Honey, no honey anymore.
I'll eat some
No
honey,
milk,
but I don't have
no
type 2
sugar.
diabetes, right? There's nothing wrong with carbohydrate, but for the most part, I'm going to eat a low carb diet for the rest of my life, probably. Feels freaking good, man.
Yeah, but like
It feels good.
I love just being able to eat whatever I want. You know, a carb up.
You
But
do
this-
eat
here's the
whatever you
thing.
want.
So
You eat
keto-
whatever you want. You want to eat a high carb diet. I eat what I want. I want to eat mostly animal foods, all animal
True.
foods, man.
Yeah, and that's destructive to the planet. Yeah, that's what's killing
No.
Australia.
What's killing the
Ecuador,
planet
the
is your freaking
deforestation.
processed junk food pasta getting shipped all over the world. You shipping bananas from Ecuador to people in Holland to eat freaking bananas. You think that people in Iceland should be eating bananas from Ecuador? That's destroying the world, dude.
They should be growing bananas in Holland. They can grow in Iceland in big
For
greenhouses.
sure, yeah. So they grow
Get rid of the
bananas
cows, put big
in
greenhouses there.
Iceland. Listen to this delusion. All right,
Yeah.
Eslam Omar says,
You can.
Eslam Omar for $2 says, eat meat, make families. And I agree. Yeah, man. Yeah, we're not gonna get out of this by giving ourselves vasectomies and being philanderers over there and finding young girls on the internet to brainwash and to suck on our dinghy all day. We're gonna get out of this through actually creating real communities and not through sterilizing ourselves with diet and injections. So yeah, that's all the super chats. And you guys want to give some closing statements?
I think this was good. I think there's going to be a lot more dialogue between the carnivores and vegans, especially, when somebody like DurianRider steps up, I appreciate it because everybody knows who this guy is. He's a legend in this fucking game. And when he comes through to talk with us, there's going to be other people that are going to want to step up. And although we didn't get too into the nitty gritty of the science and the biology and all this stuff like that, I think that this open dialogue is where we need to be rather than guys like Goji Man who are putting blame on us and saying that we had, forced him to basically take his videos down for the time being. So, at least thank you for DurianRider to show up for this, and hopefully we can get some more of this going on.
Yeah, I mean, I love to fucking talk, man. And if you can't talk to people, then that's sad.
Well, Vegan
That
Game
is-
says that he gets anxiety when he has to coach a client, so he actually stopped doing
Because
coaching
vegan,
services.
that dude doesn't. I could talk a lot about that. Yeah, but that's for me. That's a mental health crisis. If you can't talk to people, you need to work on that.
Agreed.
You need to work on that. Human communication is everything. The quality of our life is the quality of our communication. And there's so many people out there who have beef with me. I'm like, hey, let's talk about it. They're like, they don't want to talk.
There you go.
It's like, man, that's not the way to live life. You have to communicate with everybody. Yeah.
I'm with it.
Yep, I agree.
Cool.
I agree. And the whole trying to get people deplatformed, trying to get them taken off of social media, this whole set.
It's fucked. They can just create a new account anyway. But it's just stupid SJW bullshit.
Yeah.
I lost my Instagram last year like that. But it's just like start a new one a few hours later.
Yeah.
So you can never get someone off the internet.
The whole censorship thing is nonsense, and I think we all need to agree that there should be dialogue rather than everyone trying to force everyone else to shut up. And respect to Durian for coming on. I think your entire worldview is absolutely inane, dangerous. I think the diet you're promoting is absolutely toxic. I think the whole thing that you're promoting is absolutely toxic. I think you're a psychopath, and I think it's really great that you name yourself and you identify as a slimy, slithery little fruit. And but thanks for coming on, man. You're a sport for coming on.
I want the exclusive interview when DR decides to come out and start eating meat again. That's my only request.
It won't happen.
Like, he won't admit it. He's already shown how dishonesty is. He's shown how dishonest he is. This guy can't be honest about anything. He's never going to be honest.
I've done it in the past. I've eaten meat in the past. I've been a cyclist for so long now. And when you're a cyclist, you're testing these things and stuff like that. You're testing seat heights and nutrition and bike stuff and gear ratios and power meters. And I've done all my tests. My tests conclude vegan is what works best for me and everyone I coach. It just works best. You've got to get the sleep, get the carb up, and surround yourself with like-minded people.
I think it's sad that I have to sweep up your mess all the time. That's what's so sad, man. These young girls that come to us for coaching, that come to get their lives back, get their fertility and their health back. I think it's so sad that you can sit there and squirm like a little beta snake because you know exactly what's going on, man. You know. And in your heart, you still got a smidgen of humanity left that's not completely psychopathic. And, it is what it is. It's right before all of our very eyes, So...
all right, let's wrap it up. Natasha said hello.
Yeah,
look at my girlfriends. Look at how good they go.
I got hot girlfriends. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you got hot girlfriends. Your Strava time. We know, dude. You're amazing. You're so hot. You got good Strava.
No, but the fitness. So, the results they get, it works, man. It works.
Yeah, look at Freely. Check out Freely the Banana Girl. Go check out what she's looking like now, guys. And you can see the results of Durian's.
She needs a bit more fun in her life.
Yeah.
I would say she's living in far north Queensland. There's not much going on up there. She needs a bit. She really loves to have fun, and she probably had much fun up there. So that's probably weighing her shoulders a bit. But she's doing good. Yeah. And I'd recommend get rid of the hairy legs and spruce it up with the outfit. So get some leggings and rock better lighting.
Yeah. Go balls deep. Bust nuts balls deep.
Vasectomy life for the win.
Vasectomy life. Sterilize yourself.
Look at that little thing. It's cute.
I'm a marathon runner, man. I'm a marathon runner.
And just to think that that's not even natural.